All right, here we are. Welcome, everyone, to episode one of FFR Coffee Talk. We have, of course, me, Red Rose. We got Shadow, and we
Hello.
have Drift. Now,
Hello.
there's a topic that I've been wanting to talk about for a very long time, and I just feel like it needs to be talked about. So, is it harder dating nowadays as a male or a woman? Anybody want to open up with their own opinion? Drift, Shadow.
Honestly, I should let you take
Yeah, I
the
think you
stand
still
on
got
this
shot on
one
muted,
because
maybe.
I have been in a
Or is he
relationship for
muted?
3 years now.
Well,
Or is that just all the way around?
sorry.
Is he still muted or is he just muted himself?
I'm here.
No, he's there. He's talking. You can hear him.
But- Oh, I have him muted. My fault, dude. What's up?
Oh my god.
You know, I
My
think
dude.
you were muted.
Oh
you,
my
you
God.
muted me from the last time you and I were playing God.
Wow.
Yeah, true. Yeah, my fault, dude.
But
I'm just
honestly,
so
I'm gonna let
I'm so
Red
out of
take
it
the
today.
stand on this one because I've been in a relationship for 3 years now. As of let me look.
As
As
opposed
of
to
3 days
maybe.
ago.
Oh yeah, that's right. Congrats.
3 days ago was our 3-year anniversary, so
Oh shit! Congratulations,
I'm
dude.
gonna let
man.
y'all take the
Congrats.
stand on this one.
Yeah, you gonna let us take the stand on this one? Well, me personally, I feel like it's more hard. I feel like it's more hard for like a guy nowadays to like find someone because like with me I talk to a lot of people and it just seems like what women want nowadays is first off a man that has everything together, both mentally and physically and basically virtually too. And
Which is
nowadays
never gonna work.
exactly, it's not going to work because nowadays our government makes it so hard for like the the government's making it pretty much hard on the middle class as well to even make it in this world. I mean,
Yeah,
hell,
below to middle class, it's either you make 25 an hour to survive, or you just don't survive.
exactly.
That is true. Yeah.
And on top of that, I was told this too by a woman, by the way, when I was like out looking and stuff like that for like for my other half. I was told by another woman that she want her man to make 3 times more than what she makes. Keep in mind, this is a nurse telling me this.
The only job that pays that much is being the CEO of a company. What are you talking about?
That's what
You
I was
want your
exactly
man to own a company? Then stop looking in Canton. Go to New York. Look for someone in a suit.
like
And to specifically look at the brand. If it's one of the most expensive suit brands that you can just get off a shelf or get custom made is Joseph Abboud. I used to work for Men's Warehouse, which is why I know this. Their suits can go anywhere up to $1,500 a piece.
Yeah,
Just for his
and that shit is no joke. I've been to Men's Warehouse like first time for like was homecoming, and then I just got my own suit for prom because holy fuck, bro.
Yeah, no. I rented a suit for homecoming and prom. Well, I wore normal dress clothes that I had for homecoming and rented a tuxedo for prom. But because I was an employee, I got mine for free.
Right.
But yeah, it's just if you want someone to make 3 times the amount you do and you are a nurse, lower your standards, please.
it's basically not even lowering their standards. It's nowadays women want like it feels like they want the sky, but yet don't know how to come down to earth. You guys get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That is completely true.
Actually, well, so a nurse makes around 86,000 a year, and she
Right.
wants her man to be making 3 times that much,
Which is insane.
which is 258,000 a year, which is 6 figures, by the way.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's ridiculous.
Like, you have to be working as either a CEO or maybe the assistant CEO
What's
of a
what's
company.
up, you? What's good?
So, what I would say about this, so like, the thing of like, I believe it's on both spectrums. It is
Oh yeah.
both
Yeah.
easy and hard for male and female nowadays. I'm not only speaking about like only on the female perspective when the females are more advocate about themselves because they didn't have rights back then. You know what I'm saying? Back then, now
Yeah.
they do. It's like they gotta be more in control of who they are. So I can't really blame them as much, but definitely of how they became of more of in this generation of this standard is ridiculous. It's honestly
yeah, it
ridiculous.
is
Now towards the male side, it's I don't understand why like, you know, thinking the body is only a ticket as well. Like, the body is not always the ticket. You don't always have to flash your money, but definitely you don't have your mind straight either way. If you can just go out here and try and pick up any woman or be a fuckboy or whatever the hell, excuse my language, but it's not gonna work for you. They're like, you're tearing your own self apart, and that's how, like, you know, hey, we're going towards women, and then, you know, next thing you know, you're cheating on them or you're doing your own selfish thing, and then that's why you like, oh, what the fuck would I do? You're being a fuckboy. Excuse me again. And then
I mean,
with
yeah.
other
I
females
mean,
around, it's just crazy.
to be honest, dude, this, like, when you coming up on here, like, just speak your mind. We don't care. Just speak your
Yeah,
mind.
it's just
It's freedom.
I use
it's
I use
freedom of
every
speech.
single word I can. Like, it's
Like-
expressive speech.
And
and-
plus, sorry, go ahead, Shadow.
I mean, it's
Mhm.
expressive speech. Say what you need to.
Exactly, but also, I agree with Drift that it's not like, I feel like it's like it can go both ways. I'm not like putting it all on women. I'm not putting it all on men, but there
yeah,
are some guys out here that honestly are ruining good women.
And then there's, it's dating is a two-way street. There's some
Thank
girls out
you.
there ruining men,
Yeah.
and then there's some guys out there ruining women. There's always going to be the bad apple of the batch that's going to rot the rest of them.
You can never have what I say. You can never have a positive without a negative. It goes hand in hand, like
Exactly.
the sun in the dark. So it goes based on both ways. But like, how are you supposed to be more potential in yourself in this generation and to this society of dating, to love, or to, you know, just being out here, because this is all fucked up out here. You can't do
Yeah,
nothing.
it is. It definitely is.
Yeah. I mean, like what Drift said, you got some guys out here that are only looking at the body and not the personality. For me, it's personality, it's loyal.
Same.
It's personality, it's loyalty, it's the actually the number one problem that I am running, like the number one problem that I feel like a lot of relationships is running into is the person that is willing to like commit but yet not willing to go through the hard times with you. Like, as soon as things get hard, they just don't want to do it anymore. I feel like
I got
that's
extremely lucky. I have recently gone through some hard times, and Red, you know this,
Mhm.
with my car breaking down on me.
Right.
My girlfriend helped me through that.
And honestly, that's what it's all about. Like, if you're in a relationship and let's say the woman's going through something, but the guy's still on his feet. It's the guy's responsibility to stand up, be a man,
Pick the
handle his
woman up off.
business, and help the woman so she can stand up on her 2 feet. So then y'all have that stability still.
So y'all
Then-
can walk through the relationship together. It's
Right.
not a one-man street. It's both
Right.
have to work together in harmony.
Exactly.
Right.
But here's the thing, though. Sorry, go ahead, Drift.
Towards that, like which I said, like, yeah, it's a two-way street. Yes, as we've grown, there's a lot of people has been raised differently. I've been raised differently, between like 3 people. My big brother being like the person to, hey, get up, walk it off, brush it off, his feelings, don't worry about it. And then my mom being the emotional support. You are a man, you can cry, you
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
right in front of you. You may think I'm weak, but I don't really care. I will show my feelings. If you think I'm weak, and you're not for me. And towards that, like when going towards a girl that's like breaking down, it's whatever, we're there to help, you know, whatever, we're caring about your feelings. It's just the fact of what you do after that. Are you going to use this as a as just a support or a gag to get whatever you want? That doesn't make any sense.
No, I
And-
was raised in like 6 different ways because my parents had divorced, so I have 2 step parents, and then I have my great grandparents and my grandparents on my dad's side that have all taught me different ways on life, and I've kind of pieced what I thought was fine and slapped it together.
Mhm.
It's basically treat people with respect. Give everyone you meet with, give them respect that they deserve right out the gate until they show you they don't deserve it anymore. Until they give you a reason to stop respecting them. And that's pretty much just when you walk away from them and don't talk with them anymore.
That's kind of hard though, because like you spend so much time with that person and leaving. This is on all the relationships. When you first find that first relationship, or that first like real relationship you think is a real relationship, and having that heart for them, it's hard to walk away. Trust me,
Oh,
you'll
yeah.
go back to them in a
Yeah.
heartbeat. Depending, like, doesn't matter if they broke your heart, doesn't matter if anything towards that. It's like, wow, I've done everything for this person. I want to see if they can change. And trust me, I've done that. I've
yeah.
done that
Oh,
a
yeah,
lot in my past
yeah.
relationships.
I almost
and
did that too. Red,
learned
you
now.
know this as
Yeah.
well.
Yeah,
With
Yeah.
an old relationship back in what, end of freshman year of high school.
Been there many
No.
times, Jason.
No, it wasn't
Tyler,
the end.
sorry.
It wasn't the end of freshman year.
Well, that's when the relationship started, and it went all the way up until
Well, yeah.
end of sophomore year, I think,
No, I think it was.
or it was the beginning of junior year where it ended.
We've all been there.
Yeah, it was the beginning of June. It was the beginning of junior year where that started. But like,
Dude,
How-
that was
okay.
a dark time.
Yeah.
that was the darkest point in my life at that, because it was.
that was his canon event. That was his canon event.
that was my.
Like, that's the
canon
midnight
event. That
crisis
was-
right there.
That was where my villain arc started for a minute, and then I just stopped caring about a lot of things and just lived my life the way I thought I should. I played a lot of video games. I stayed away from a lot of people, and I didn't really reach out to any relationships. But that's when, by the end of the year, that's where my current girlfriend had reached out to me, and I happened to be playing video games with a friend, and that friend had invited their friend, who was her brother. And so I was playing video games with her brother at the time, and she just snatched the mic after finding out that I was the one on the other end and told me, "Hey, I like you." So,
Oh wow, courageous.
oh yeah, no, she
Hit you up
came to
first.
me. I am the luckiest man. I didn't have to look for someone. I know that it's very hard to find people, especially with this economy, the way that people are being treated by all means. The way that the world is running right now is absolutely horrible, and it genuinely needs a lot of change. the way that people treat others, the way that people see others, it's a huge problem.
Yeah. And like, going back, like back to topic. To be honest, I feel like a lot. How can I say this? I feel like one thing that impacts like the relate shit. Can I talk? Like one thing I feel like that impact a lot is OnlyFans. I feel
Oh,
like
yeah.
OnlyFans ruined dating.
It did because it made a lot of women kind of just throw themselves out there, and
No.
some men too. Keep in mind, there are some men that
Yeah,
made OnlyFans.
I know there's some guys that make OnlyFans, but it's basically like this. Why would I date somebody if everybody knows what's underneath?
Exactly.
Because that doesn't make me feel like I'm in like a relationship, because if that's like, how can I put it? I feel like when it comes to that, it should only be something that me and you see, because it makes the other one feel special, like you're showing everything to that person, instead of it just being, oh yeah.
And just noodles.
Yeah.
For sure.
Now, on the topic of OnlyFans, there's one thing that I think is absolutely hilarious. When OnlyFans first started getting big, there is a YouTuber out there. You guys have probably heard him, Markiplier.
Yes.
He said,
course.
if we reach this goal, I will start an OnlyFans. And he hit that goal with astronomical numbers. So he has an OnlyFans, but he doesn't show his junk or his ass. There's always something in the way. And he's just doing like heroic poses, and it's hilarious.
You can do feet, mukbang, and all. Yeah, I mean, there's so Science, for this app, actually, like when OnlyFans was created, OnlyFans was never meant to be like that. That's just how it became. OnlyFans is basically like Patreon, like basically.
Oh yeah, it was
like,
mainly.
if you're like doing model work, artwork, or anything like that nature, or anything like.
Hell, I think you could even stream to it.
Yeah, honestly, like you basically
Imagine
was
you go
also
on
another app
OnlyFans.
for.
Imagine
It was another.
Go ahead, sorry.
It's another social media app for it, and it was never meant to be like that. That's just how it became. And in towards on that topic of OnlyFans, look, I don't mind. Like, of course, like I agree with Rose. Like, it's something special between us. Now, some other people may have seen under the, underneath, your special body and everything else. Like, there's a lot of people that you've met before me. Of course, they've probably seen that. I like, now this is between me and you. We're locked in.
Yeah,
Get your bag however you want to. Like, some people out here do have relationships, happy marriages with their partner that do have OnlyFans. Either they create together, or the woman that's with that male is doing it, and the male's completely fine with it. I'm fine with that. I love you, respect their things and everything else. Get your bag how you want it. It's just that, like Rose said, it's just that is the special moment between me and you only.
Oh yeah. I
You
mean,
know,
just keep in
times
mind,
are tough. I get it.
there's people who make hundreds of thousands of dollars off of OnlyFans just for selling pictures of themselves. Like, it is a way for people to make money, but it's different in some
like-
Sex sells. As the saying goes, sex sells. It's never gonna. It's always gonna be that.
I mean,
Oh, yeah.
I understand where like what Drift was going at and stuff like that. It's just with me, I just feel like yeah, the guy that you had before me and stuff like that, of course he saw what's underneath. It's just a matter of like a lot, like, how can I say this? It's just a matter of showing it off and not caring.
Yeah.
Like, not caring about my feelings, not caring about how I feel and stuff like that, because like there's some people, both male and female, that have OnlyFans and stuff like that. It's just if you continue to do it without talking to the person that you're with first is the most biggest problem.
It's like
Communication is
betrayal.
key.
Because
Hey, bro.
it's yeah.
Okay, thanks for the rose. Appreciate the roses.
Oh. I forgot he's
Sorry,
streaming on
sorry.
Yeah, no, on
Um,
TikTok they give roses, and it's just like, wait, what?
So, oh, like, yeah, Rose, I completely agree. It's communication is key in this world, and we lost that a lot. We have lost that so much. The respect, the admiration. I made a video on this a couple days ago about love. Like, I love to see it, but the way it is now, it's just like, what's the point? And it's not that I'm not out here looking. I'm just standing still, minding my own business. And if I have to come across to that, it's like, what are your intentions with me are gonna be with how you are. Are you ambitious? Are you goal seeking? Are you looking for a better life? Are you trying to build with me? If you're just here for the funds of it, the benefits for a male to provide, and that's it, then you're not for me. I'm sorry for you.
There's the
You can
door.
go look for someone that's rich or whatever, but I'm not rich, baby. I'm sorry. Like,
that
you gotta.
Exactly.
To me it just feels like we lost
build.
the old school love. I feel like we lost the old school love.
Where
Yeah.
it was just love for love. There wasn't any strings attached. It was people love each other. They want to have like a family or something, or they want to go do something together. They want to go get a house, or they want to go on vacation, move to another country, whatever. But they want to do
Hey,
it
Pulse, welcome
together.
in.
They work
Thanks for
together
likes.
to do things.
Exactly, but
It's a companionship. That's what it's for.
exactly. But now every time when you open up a podcast and stuff like that about like this entire conversation, like now
People at each other's throats.
it's not even at people at each other's throats. Like there's guys that are bashing women that are bashing men. Like Shadow said, they're at their throats and stuff like that. But not near one of them is saying that I want to find a person that will not like how can I put this?
When
It's
are you gonna ask me for a coffee? You gotta ask me first.
so like basically it's them chasing their ideals and not going
Right.
for something that's genuine. It's because look, it's always the women saying that I want a man that's 6 foot. I want him to have this. I want him to have that. Then when you go over to the guy side, it's I want my woman to have a fat butt, some big boobs, and stuff like that. Like
In short,
exactly. Like for me, it does not matter if the woman is tall. It doesn't matter if she's big, skinny, little, has nothing.
why ask me?
If she is willing to like go through hell, go through the mud, go through fucking bedrock with me, that is the
Oh, yeah.
woman that I want. That is the woman that
Yeah, no,
I need.
Women
Go
are
ahead.
all there's a lot of women out there that just care about looks and money, and then there's some guys out there that just care about looks and like I want you to look this way or this way and all this, and it's ridiculous.
I'll say this. So looks and I don't care at any given point of a relationship of how it's gonna be. Now, some people are attracted to how their actual personality. Looks are always going to attract you first, regardless. And even you can look good. You can be the most 10 out of 10, 100 out of 100 girl of my life. But that personality, the way you are, your mindset, if it's just trash,
You
I
don't
don't
treat
want
other
you.
people right? No. The
If-
door's over there.
Like, I get it. Like, I get it. Looks are a thing, and you want a nice guy or a nice girl to be with you, to look good, and like, that shows like, hey, I got this. He mine. You know what I'm saying? Or he's mine. I get it. Trust me. But the point of how everything is gonna go between you two, I don't see it very lasting because that's all y'all looking for. And the dress code, I'll say this: dress with respect. When you go outside, you dress how you want to, but dress with respect.
Right.
I get it. You want to show off your body, go and show off your body, baby. I like, I will admire it as long as you can respect me when you step out the house. Like, oh, hey, I got a boyfriend, and I got a boyfriend, so please leave me alone. Thank you. And or I go outside like, hey, my girl is crazy. Unless you want me to get killed, I bet you to stand like 6 feet away from me and not talk to me, or just say, hey, how you doing, and that's it, move along. But other than that, it's I don't know. It's like we're caring too much of materialistic things. We're caring too much of how this person should do well and how everything else.
Yes, we are like, oh my god.
You still focus on your partner and nothing else. If this like
Exactly.
now, granted, don't have your partner going out with some strings on and that's everything to see. No.
No.
Do you guys
No,
dress how you want to, but dress with respect or embodiment of respect of your relationship, and that is the key of loyalty. Now, a lot of people say you can be loyal. All I care is loyalty, but loyalty still gets you stabbed in the back. Communication is key, and that's how it becomes loyalty. That's how it becomes where you can be. Now, you can talk a good game, but not be loyal. You can be loyal, but not talk a good game. That's it. It goes hand in hand, and that's just how it is.
Right.
But
Go ahead, Sean.
yeah. So there was an incident that happened a couple months ago. Some dude where me and my girlfriend work had tried to get with her, knowing, like, she had already told him off a few times and like, just like, get away from me, I'm taken. And he's just like, well, he doesn't have to know. And she immediately goes into a phone booth and calls me and says, I need you to get your ass over here. We got a situation.
Like,
when I walked over there, the dude, he thought like he was gonna laugh a bit, and I turned to the manager and said the manager's full name, and they're like, "Oh, hey, how you doing?" Manager was super happy and friendly. I'm like, "Hey, that dude is an asshole, and that dude's harassing my girlfriend. What are we gonna do about it?" The manager just went, "I'll take care of it." Haven't seen the dude since.
That's crazy.
But hold on though. What we can take out of this is that, hey, she actually saw the problem, notified you, and stuff like that. She didn't that could have went so many ways. It's crazy. She could have said, "All right, he doesn't have to know. That's cool," or, went all outrage. But I pretty much know his girlfriend. She would probably burn the whole fucking workplace down. Which,
oh yeah,
that's what
which only requires a match. That thing's full of so much cardboard dust that it would go up and it would combust.
It would combust. we turning this shit into what the hell is that fucking
Welcome to hell, motherfucker. Boom. I mean, there are some propane tanks in there.
Oh my god.
They might not be full, but there's
definitely
propane tanks in there.
Shit.
Propane tanks, lithium batteries, all kinds of shit.
The thing is, I do hate that when a girl or a guy comes up to a person that's respecting of the relationship and say, well, he doesn't have to know. Baby, I will know. And if I know, that will be guilty of me. So please kindly step your ass away from me. Please keep it pushing, keep it walking. I already said no. No, I already said no 3. I actually only have to tell you twice if you keep asking. I only have to tell you twice or once. But if it's 3 times, now we got a problem. Why are you trying? Like, I understand I look good or she look good. Why are you still trying? Are you trying to prove a
So-
point? Are you trying to pull something? Like,
Actually,
because
there's
That's where
there's
you just
people want
start a
something they
scene.
can't have.
That's where you just start a scene. And you're just like, shut up.
Right.
dude,
And
you
act
cut
like you're
out
like
so
terrified of women.
you were like you
Like
cut
that.
out so much. You cut out so fucking much. But yeah, like I had
Ooh,
the,
get away from me.
I actually had this conversation with my girlfriend like not too long ago. Like if a girl ever like try to hit on me and I keep telling her no or whatever, I would start crying and telling her, "Listen, my girlfriend will kill you, then kill me. Walk the fuck away now and save your life."
So there was this funny video I saw where this dude, he couldn't find his girlfriend anywhere, but he knew he had a jealous girlfriend. So he walks up to
Oh
this
my
random lady
God.
and goes, "Hey, can you help me find my girlfriend?" She goes, "Yeah. What do you need me to do?" He's like, "Just stand next to me."
Just
Within
stand
30
next to
seconds,
me.
the girlfriend comes up and starts beating the shit out of her. Like, "I was gone less than a minute and you're already talking to another girl. What the fuck?"
That's crazy. That's instantly crazy. That's how you know someone's got a tracker in their head. Like, oh, I smell the bullshit.
It was like, "I sense that he's within 10 feet of another woman."
Nah, or
It's absolutely ridiculous.
or if like you have a short girlfriend and you can't find her, there's another way. You can like tie a balloon to her.
Oh, I've seen that.
You
I've
can
seen that. That
There's
shit is
been
funny.
husbands that have put a balloon around their wife's waist without them knowing. And it's just like, "Well, I lost my wife in Target again. Let me go look for the balloon."
Especially in Target, dude. Oh my
Oh,
lord.
yeah, it's bad.
I've seen that shit in real life too. I was like, what is that? I was like, oh, people actually doing this. I was like, okay. And no, there was no
There's-
camera being held or anything like that. I was like looking. I was actually trying to look for the camera guy, like the trying to look who's holding the camera, but no, it was literally, oh hey, type deal.
Oh yeah, it's
then they get mad when they find out that there's a balloon strapped to them.
It's a good strategy.
It's a good
Oh, yeah.
strategy.
You know, and that's the fun in it too in a relationship. That's the fun into it. And I don't understand, man. It's a lot.
like yeah,
It's definitely a lot.
it's just like over the years, it's just like you can't find anything. Like finding something like that is very, very rare nowadays.
oh yeah.
It's
Oh, it definitely rare.
and it's crazy but sad at the same time.
It's like a needle in a haystack,
Yeah.
and the needle
Ooh.
is smaller than normal.
Let me say this too, bro. So ages. People say age is just a number. No. Age is
The
only a
jail is
number
just a
if
place.
Hold
you're-
Hold on.
Right.
If you say an age is just a number, I'm gonna need you to take your ass straight to Diddy cell and try to explain that shit.
See what he says.
Quite honestly, like the thing is, age is only a number when you're the appropriate age. So I'll say around, hey, like I'll throw this out here, 34 to 46, or 50. That's like you're in that age group, and like that's middle age, almost getting to middle age, or you are middle age. That's fine. But like towards you're just coming out of high school, and I am like an example of me. You got a girl that's in high school. She is she's just coming out of high school, 18. I'm 22. I just finished college. I like, that's still respectable. That's still respectful, but I don't want you, because like you just came out of high school, because like you're still in the high school business. You're not fully like there yet. You're
Like
still in the place where you want to go around, have fun, and mess around. For me, I'm trying to get some things started. I'm trying to live a life. I'm trying to have someone that is actually not a partner, but someone that's like kind of like me, to have fun and then build up it from there.
yeah, and
So,
plus
yeah.
on top of that, when they're like just coming out of high school, damn well they're still going to be on their high school bullshit.
Right off.
They're still going to
going
be on
an adult.
they're still going to be on their high school bullshit.
It makes it even worse when there's people who will lie about their age to get what they want.
Oh my
Oh,
god,
dude. Fucking
you got
preach.
you got girls out here, like females out here, that look 20. and that looked 20. Like, okay.
And they're like 16.
I always ask this first. And when a lady comes up to me and say, "Hey, how old are you?" I'm like, "Since you asked that question, how old are you?" This ain't gonna work. Get away from me. None disrespect,
And if they say like
mm-mm.
18 or 22, just go, okay, where's the ID?
No, or actually, I learned like I picked this up when I was working at Case Farms, because there was a dude that was getting hit on by this one. We thought she was a
30-year-old?
woman, huh?
Was it the 130-year-old you were talking about that was hitting up on the 15-year-old?
Oh, Lord.
Okay, hold on.
At Case Farms, remember that? You're trying to get our roommate with the 130-year-old who had kids, and then you saw her talking to a 15-year-old on purpose the next day, and you're like, yeah, nope, never mind.
Oh yeah, I remember that situation.
Because our
Okay.
roommates
So
been really depressed about being alone, and we were trying to help him out, and it kind of backfired.
okay.
Oh, it went sideways real quick.
Oh yeah, within a day.
Hold
within
on.
a day.
Hold on. So for everyone, I'm gonna give light on that. So I went to work, and let me tell you, this one girl was the most baddest girl I could ever see in
That's
my life.
insane, us. Yeah, no.
So she's 30 years old. She's a mixed of black and Latina. She had a 2-year-old son, and like she walked up to me. At the time, I was in a relationship. So I told her I'm in a relationship. She respectfully walked away, but later that night I was like, "Well, since you're looking for somebody, I have someone in mind." She was like, "Okay." So I was talking to him on the phone and stuff like that, and our roommate said, "All right, give me some time to think about it." The next day, she was like all up on this like 15-year-old and shit like that. Then I walked up to her and I started questioning her like, "Hey, he's like 15, right?" and stuff like that. She dead ass looked at me and said, "I don't care." Wow. Okay.
Case. Jail time.
I was like,
Statutory.
wow.
But here's the thing, though. You won't get and we're so, and I'm gonna talk on the guys a little bit. I don't mean to separate it. I'm gonna talk on the guys a little bit.
Yeah.
When we do that, it's like you don't get justified. If a guy did that, he would get justified in an instant. But when a woman does it, it's because you can hide a lot more.
Okay.
We can get in trouble first. At any time, it has been proven we get in trouble first, regardless of the situation.
Oh yeah.
But when it comes to women, it's like, oh, innocent and everything else. I'm like, you're not innocent. You're hiding. Now, some people know how to play it, and that's not cool. That's really not cool. If you're a male, if you know how to play it like that, that's not cool at all. Trust me. It's on both sides of the spectrum, but we get more in trouble regardless, just because we're upheld to a standard more than y'all, and that is a definite fact that has been proven many times. A lot of people do not have the knowledge up here, are slow, and some people that are into the generation will deny it so quickly. It's like, I want you to look in history, look it up, research, look it up. Don't just go based on, like, you're on social media. Social media will lie to you in so many different ways. Actually do your research, actually look it up. We are held to a standard, and now I'm not saying we built the place, but we kind of did. There are more stay-at-home moms, and there's more working dads out here. Like, that has always been the standard, and now it's kind of evened out. And I love that.
Drift. Now that you said that leads me to this. Did you know there is more single mothers that is living off of too much brainwashed social media these days. Yes, ma'am, there is. I will take a drink to that. Now, but what I'm saying is there's more single mothers out here that is living off of government assistance than single dads.
And child support.
Child support too, than single dads. I was shocked to find this out. I was shocked because, like,
wee woo.
I swear, because we are giving guys are giving so much shit, and nobody realizes what we go through on a daily basis. Like, how can I put this? To be honest, I really think it's harder being a single dad in this world than a single mom.
Well, there's some factors that you still have to play as a father. You know, if the father's not there,
some peeps
the mother will always be there for emotional support, but the dad needs to be there for like more of a strength, persistence, and being there for protection. Like, you know,
exactly.
Like look in nature. Parent can do that.
Look in nature with lions or something like that. If you look at lions, there will be the lioness will stay with the animals while the male lion is out patrolling and making sure that anything that it doesn't want to get near doesn't get near. Right. And then it'll let someone else watch over its kids so it can go hunt and provide food.
Right.
So there's a lot that goes into relationships, and there's so many people out there that just ruin it.
Right. Yeah, honestly, I don't understand it. It's definitely tough out here for everybody on both sides of the spectrum. It's just like we just lost the spark for everything. We don't know how to love. We don't know how to carry our hearts through the world of following somebody's path. I miss the compassion. Towards my video that I made the other day, you know those old saying, like the most famous saying, like "I'll lasso the moon for you." Yeah. Like that old saying, dude. That is very courageous. That is very that's telling you death by till death do us part, because we're gonna work it out. We're going to make sure we have a happy life.
That's another thing I do want to bring up. So there is something that is happening recently within a bill that was getting signed.
Yeah.
That states that women can no longer just marry someone and take half their shit. Because it's becoming a business.
Are you shitting me?
Yes, they're writing a bill.
No, the business
that makes it to
part.
where women cannot marry just so that they can. Yeah, no, it legitimately is becoming a business. You cannot become rich just because you married someone who's rich.
Ooh, and let me say that. So, here's the thing: people that marry just to get women that marry males just to get half of their shit, dude, is crazy to me. And some people just don't care, like literally do that. Now there has up to this year, I say it's been a lot more respectful towards guys that have filed a divorce and
can't get them. It's bullshit.
Do all that stuff. And
that's why prenups exist.
Yeah, and
prenuptial
some people
agreements
find it disrespectful as a prenup. Like, dude,
hold on.
Letting you.
So
prenuptial agreement is where you both parties sign a paper that states that they keep everything they have from before the marriage, which means anything bought between them during the marriage does get divided equally, but what they had beforehand stays with them.
Exactly.
Actually, hold on. Does anybody here keep up with sports, with sports news?
I don't.
Well, I know.
A little bit, not too much though.
Okay, so a little bit. I think it was either a year ago or the year before that. There was a soccer player. Now he makes around, if you can transfer pounds to dollars, I think he's making around like what, $600-700 million a year. And this woman wanted to get with him just because of the amount of money that he was making. Now, when how
many pounds does he make? Because I actually have the calculator up right now.
So he makes shit. I think it was 73 something million pound. Like yeah, 73 something million pounds. And I think if you translate that to US
likes CarX.
like USD, I think it's like what, maybe 600, 700 million or something like that.
From the looks of it, it's like 94 million or something like that.
All right. So yeah, he was making that much. She married him, divorced him, thinking she was going to get half of everything. Turns out he technically owned nothing because everything was in his mother's name. The house, the cars, the bank account.
Oh,
Everything he had to him, he put in his mother's name. So technically, the government told her he was homeless because he did not own any of it. His mother did.
there's. Fuck, I know that soccer player too. I forgot his name.
One hell of a legal loophole.
Yeah, for real.
I mean, it works, but
A rapper did that too. Which one? Which one, Oz?
But I forget the soccer player's name. But he did that. And I'm gonna be completely honest. That was a 100 IQ
messy.
moment.
Ah, that's 200 IQ. That was a 200 IQ moment, though.
That was
No, I don't think
200.
it was Messi who did that.
No,
I don't think so.
I think it was Ronaldo. I think
No, because he has a happy relationship. He has a kid and everything. He's the most richest fucking player out of every sport.
I forget.
I don't
who
think
it
that's
was.
happened.
No, I know a soccer player did it. I know a soccer player did it.
His
I-
family's
I forget
Good.
his name though. I forget his name.
I can't pronounce it. It's ACHRAF.
Oh, you looked up the
Art-
name?
Hakimi.
Hakimi?
Wait,
Yeah.
say HR?
So his name, it's spelled out ACHRAF, and then his last name is HAKIMI, is what it says. All his assets and earnings in his mother's name. The situation: he's a professional soccer player, and allegedly transferred ownership of his earnings and assets to his mother to avoid financial claims from potential divorces.
One
His
hell
wife
of a
filed for
play.
divorce and sought a share of his wealth, but it was discovered that Hakimi had no assets or money under his name, everything registered under his mother's name. So yeah, so anytime there was a divorce settlement, nothing was given to the wife because he didn't own anything. There
Exactly.
was nothing for him to give.
So that's why the government literally told her he's quote unquote homeless. By law, he is homeless.
Nabbed it? Okay.
Because he doesn't own
That-
anything.
Right. And that's, oh Lord, man, that's one hell of a play. I will say that too. Like, if you're just going into the relationship just for the benefits, you're gonna find that that's a very lonely road, and you may be successful, but watch how many people will tell that is gonna talk about that, and then when you're showing your true colors, they're not gonna stay around. And then when you're lonely and sad and can't control your emotions, and then you're going crazy, that's your own fault. That's no one else but you. And that goes for both sides of the spectrum. I try to keep it even, just because it's not just the women, it's not just the guys, it's everyone that has a mindset like that or try to mess up their mindset like that. It's like, what is the point? Like, take Valentine's Day for example. It's my favorite holiday. It's not just to Valentine's Day is not just for couples, and I hate when people put it that way. It's not just for couples, it's for everybody, to show if you still have love. That's love to friends, that's love to friends, your family, your relationship.
So
Like,
wait,
it's
hold
crazy.
on.
My
So-
mother, every year,
Oh, shit.
she
Go ahead.
always gets me a thing of chocolates, just because.
Yeah.
She gets me, my brother, and my sister a thing of chocolates every single year. Now, I got those chocolates like a month late because I hadn't my car was broke down, so I couldn't drive over there and get them. But I
Yeah.
ate those fucking chocolates because I like chocolate. I'll be a fat ass when it comes to food.
So
I will
wait.
eat
So
until
you're
I
telling
die.
me? So you're telling me on Valentine's Day, I can actually go to a homie and give him some chocolates, but I would have to say no homo? What the fuck?
No.
No.
You just dap-
That's
you can
that's
give
like a
dap
brotherly
up.
love. That's like a friendship.
No,
It's showing-
there ain't no such thing as brotherly love. I am lonely, motherfucker.
But you got.
Okay,
but you
now
got
that's a
a
different
homie.
story.
That's a very different story. But like I'm saying, like as in that, and then within giving so much to a person that you're in a relationship with, and then you tell them it's not good enough, is crazy. And then some people record this shit just for views, just for that, and like that's how people do anything on these days just to get noticed. I'm not gonna
Oh
hit
yeah,
you, and
it's
that has been
fucking
proven.
horrible.
And
I understand pulling out your
but-
phone to record something that like can help you
Yes.
legally in a case. Like if you record it, that's evidence. You're recording
Right.
for evidence. But if you're recording just for views, you're part of the problem.
Right, like you're really part of the problem. That's why so many people are brainwashed. So many people are like sick. Now, I be on social media every day. I don't take it as it is. Like I try to look at my own research about it and see what's up. Certain things are funny, certain things are horrible to see, and then I'm like, yo, this is just stupid. I can't believe y'all did this, and type of things. To the people that comment, I don't really comment on people's posts unless I'm like, you know what, something needs to be said. Now, I don't really care, so I just move on. Now, if you do reply to that video, that means you do care. I don't know if many people everyone has their own opinion, so you should voice it, but it still shows
Yeah.
that you did care about that moment.
So that's
And-
one thing I've done is comment on something that I thought needed said, because there was a post that someone had put that was pretty much degrading every single man out there and saying to kill all men. I'm like, what the fuck is wrong with you? And I had 8 different people attacking me in the comments for saying that. And I'm just like, what? No. Listen here. Why are you saying to kill all men when you want these people to provide for you? You've had one bad relationship. Don't say to kill an entire group of people just because they're a man, because you had a bad relationship with one.
That goes for
yes, you
for the
found
males
a
as well.
bad person. Yeah, it goes for everyone. It's it's a double standard on both sides, and it sucks. I hate it. I hate the way the world has become. It's horrible. It's just
I've been
it-
flagged for that.
seeing how people treat others
gonna restart
pisses
the live,
me
y'all.
off.
Give me a second.
Okay.
I mean, like, to be honest, yeah, it is becoming like a double standard. Like there's some flaws on both sides. It's just that when that kill all men bullshit started, like I want to know why so bad. I want to
It
know.
gets worse when you see that there's people, and it's the government is deciding to try and classify it as domestic terrorism, where people are
What?
keying. They're keying Teslas. They're blowing up Teslas. They're dousing Teslas in gasoline. They are slashing tires. They're spray painting swastikas on them. They are spray painting swastikas on Tesla dealerships. The government is very close to making it domestic terrorism and making it to where anyone who is caught doing it goes to federal prison for a few months.
what
It is
the-
not just vandalism. They are genuinely trying to attack people for it.
It's so yeah. I feel
attack
like that
people
needs to
for
be needed,
what?
but not that like
Owning a
not
Tesla.
That. I would say
Because-
blowing up a Tesla or running someone over. Oh, most definitely you should go to federal jail. But
Oh, yeah.
most
Most definitely.
But like just keying somebody's car, like okay, like you pay the fine, give them a fine, pay him I can see where that bill can be passed. I see it. But
They're
damn.
keying only Teslas. They're ripping Teslas apart. They're slashing all of the tires on these Teslas. They're
Taking all the wheels and putting on cinder blocks.
Oh, exactly. Now, okay, that also kind of my brain gets sidetracked from time to time. There was one dude who got his car, all of his tires stolen off of his truck, and somehow the dude balanced the entire Ford F-150 on a singular jack stand.
That is possible. It's possible.
It's
You just
possible,
Okay,
but
at
it's
that-
like the mathematics that need to go behind that to know the weight differential of the front end and back end of a. It was a 2019 Ford F-150. And it was just to know the weight differential of both the front end and back end and know exactly where the balance point is. You have to be a mathematical genius on the go to get that to work properly.
Try and appreciate the likes.
Let me.
Welcome back. My stuff got flagged, so I had to like restart it and put it like I forgot to click the 18 type deal.
Oh.
Oh, you got
like
you got
regards
flagged.
and hateful speech. I'm like, dude, it's a chat. Yo, how I'm gonna get flagged? And then you hear I go on TikTok live and see everybody else talking about shit. Like, what? Come on now.
There was some woman
I
that
guess-
got banned off of Twitch because now she had the other part that was happening off camera, but she was in the middle of the deed while streaming video games.
Oh.
But she was wearing a top. You couldn't see anything because the dude was off camera. Her rear was off camera, but you could tell.
But
She
I-
got permanently
But
banned
hold
and her
on.
account deleted.
But hold
You
on.
bouncing back and forth.
Oh yeah.
But for entertainment purposes only on the live. Okay.
Yeah, we're talking about real shit for entertainment purposes only. I swear.
Like are you talking about like for the hashtag of like what I'm doing, or are you talking about like
Probably
the
as one of
title?
the title, or no, probably as one of the warnings on it, because I know you
Warnings.
can put warnings on
Yeah.
your
I-
streams in TikTok, I believe.
I
true.
put trigger warning on my title because
I did too, and I had it set to where it was political and sensitive information
yeah.
as one of the content warnings,
So
Yeah, true. I should actually do that.
because I know people are gonna get offended by what we're saying.
oh yeah.
But if you
most
want to get
definitely.
offended,
Most
then my
fucking
page is not
definitely.
for you. If you want to get offended and get pissed off at me for what I'm saying, then walk away. You have every right to do so. You do not have to shoot hate at me. You do not have to get pissed off at me. You can, but just don't throw that hate at me because I will reflect it right back to you. If you have a problem with it, there is plenty of other pages you can go to.
Honestly, it's kind of like I'll say this. If you're gonna everyone's gonna get mad regardless, and
Exactly.
they always have their opinion. But like, if you actually open your ears and listen to what somebody's saying, and then
You might
have your
understand
respectful
why they're
opinion, yeah, you may not understand. If you like go into a respectful mindset, like, okay, let's see why they're saying this. Okay, I don't really disagree with that, but I see what you're saying. That's why I always try to look at both sides of the, like, if you ever see someone else's story, don't always look from one side. Look from your perspective, that perspective, like in 3 different ways, but usually it's 2.
Yeah. There's always two sides to every single story. There's
Every single
always.
story.
Unless you like fall down a cliff on your own or something, then that's a one way. Actually, no, there's 2 stories to that. You could talk to the rock and why it did what it did for you to fall, but you're probably not going to get anywhere.
Yeah.
Right. I should actually like try to restart that and actually put that on there. I don't know if like I have one of those as a hashtag or I have to put like as a title
Oh.
on TikTok mainly.
So there is a hilarious thing that two
let me restart
two
this
funny
room
things
again.
that I saw recently. One of them, some dude was like, "Oh yeah, the Tesla Cybertruck is indestructible," and he tried showing by running over a plastic fence, and he plowed through the plastic fence, and the plastic fence
Really?
picked up and plowed through his radiator.
Damn.
It shredded his radiator, and it was leaking radiator fluid everywhere. It was hilarious.
Hold on. Whoa. Hold on. Are you talking about a Tesla truck?
Yeah, the Tesla Cybertruck. It jumped up underneath, and there was fluid leaking everywhere.
Hold on.
I just saw this video this morning.
I don't think that's
Here, let me double check it because I don't remember if it was a radiator or not. But I think I like.
Okay, hold on. You're talking about an electric car. What fluid?
Oh, I didn't fucking like it. Yeah, I don't know what fluid. It might have. Oh, it might have been the AC unit. That's what it was. It might have been the AC unit in the truck.
What the fuck?
But it was leaking something. There was liquid going. It was dripping like a faucet.
Damn.
But another thing, there's this dude who the cops got called, and there were like 5 cop cars that pulled up to his house because they had been getting noise complaint after noise complaint after noise complaint. He's just like, "Oh, I'm just building. Oh, I'm just building." Well, they pull up and they go, "We need to see what you're building because we have gotten 90 complaints from your neighbors." He opens up his massive garage and he had a Ram truck that he had been modifying, and it was armored so much that thing could probably go through a cement wall.
That sounds
Alright, so there we go.
It had homemade bulletproof tires because the tires did not require air.
What the fuck?
They were solid
not.
rubber tires. It had
Alright. So now I'll put
it
that
had
on the list.
4
We'll see what
layers
happens.
of solid steel armoring. It had bulletproof tempered glass.
Bulletproof tempered. That's
Or
crazy.
it was bulletproof glass.
That's
It had bars on the windows. It was built like a tank. And the dude's like, "Hey, do you guys want to shoot at it and see if it really is bulletproof?" One of the cops was like, "Sure." He pulls out his gun, shoots 1 bullet into the truck. The bullet flattened on the wall of the truck and fell to the ground.
Oh, it didn't ricochet?
no.
No, it hit it and it just
So it just
because
it just
I
crushed the
believe
jacket.
that the kind of bullets that they had, it would spread out as it
Hollow point tips.
yeah.
Right.
I know that when you said spread out hollow point tips, trust me, I lived with my uncle and actually no, it was my cousin.
Definitely. It was hollow point.
Because my cousin was in the military and I don't know why, but he would like sit me down and would have a deep conversation on what bullets were made for home defense and what bullets were made to kill.
Hollow points are definitely for home defense. Those ones they will open up and shred a bit, but they're not unless you aim for the head, they're not going to be entirely lethal. If you shoot somebody with a 22, you're hoping for it to ricochet off of their bones and just shred everything inside.
I'm sorry, but if you're using a 22 caliber, like a small little bullet for home defense,
It's like hitting somebody with a airsoft sniper rifle up close.
like
You're gonna leave welts, or you're gonna put a singular hole in them and just shred their insides.
But shit.
Yeah. It's
I'm just now realizing we have went completely off topic.
I mean, it's okay to
I mean,
get off
we're-
topic a
we're
little
also
while because,
talking-
like, you don't want to be stuck on that mindset because we just talk
Yeah.
about that all day. Holy shit, bro! Oh my gosh, this is gonna be
Holy
messy.
shit.
I
But
mean,
it's
the
okay to get
entire
off
day
topic once
is
in a while.
fucked up.
There could be a lot of other points that people could get to. I know the
Yeah.
relationship thing is one big point that we wanted to talk about, but I feel like there might also be other points that people
Yeah.
want to talk about as well.
So for the
Yeah, of
people
course,
that are
yeah, same.
for the people that are wondering, what's a good home defense weapon? A 12 gauge shot like a sawed-off shotgun. Why?
You just
Because
look-
you can sweep your
Sawed off
house.
is illegal.
Shadow,
Not yet.
listen. Everything and anything is legal until you get caught. All right? As long as you listen, if you had a shot-off shotgun and a regular shotgun, just shoot somebody with the shot-off shotgun, then go and grab your regular one. All right?
Please talk to that I was gonna say if it's illegal, please tell Texas and West Virginia about that.
Man, listen,
It's illegal in Ohio at least, and California.
man.
Oh, yeah, of course it's illegal in California.
yes, possessing
because,
a
everybody
sawed-off-
rolls everything.
Possessing a sawed-off shotgun is illegal in Ohio, defined as shotguns with barrels less than 18 inches or overall length of less than 26.
I'm just throwing a hole through somebody.
What? Oh,
You just, you know.
but here's the thing though. So this is what I was taught. What's better? Something that shoots single fire or something that spreads out and covers more ground when it comes to
So
self-defense?
that's where. Now I'm gonna reference someone else's video for this. I don't I think it was Russian Badger, and he had an entire slew of things he ended up saying for this, of what the founding fathers intended for home defense, and one of the things was a cannon at the top of the staircase loaded with grape shot.
All I gotta say is just imagine breaking into someone's house, right?
And you just see a fucking cannon at the top.
And
of the
just see a
stairs. Like,
goddamn
you know what?
cannon just sitting there. And the motherfucker that has said cannon looks at you and just goes,
Bro, that is
Oh, young
devious as
man.
hell. Bro, that would be ignorant as hell. He said, dude, I wanted to do. You know that's someone who wanted to do that for a while now. They're waiting for the opportunity to do that shit.
No, and not only that, just sits there and be like, I've been waiting years for this. Don't you
Dude,
fucking
so-
move.
What I want to do is I want to get these metal gauntlets made.
Oh,
like
here we go
Knight's
with the metal
armor.
gauntlets. Here we go
Yeah,
with the
they
metal
will be these
gauntlets.
fighting gauntlets. Because I know some hand-to-hand combat.
Sir, you are
But imagine
not
having-
Thanos.
What?
You're not Thanos.
No.
Let it
it's-
go.
It's not an Infinity Stone gauntlet. dumbass.
You would put Infinity Stones in there. I know. you.
No, the thing is going to look like normal knight's armor going up your arm.
Mm.
But the
Okay.
way that these are made is that they're made with heavy metals, meaning bullets can't really go through them. They ricochet.
So armor plate. So you're basically armor plated, just double the
On-
layer.
Not only that, but imagine getting punched with what would have been normal 10 pounds of force with about 20 pounds of metal behind it.
Your jaw is dislocated. That's
You don't have a
instantly
jaw
second.
anymore. That's
That's
gonna be a
will
Mortal
drop.
Kombat finisher.
Oh.
You break into someone's house and you just hear metal clanking, and you hear from behind you, "I've been waiting for this."
Yeah, you know a lot of people. It's how like some people like kind of pass away. I'm gonna say pass away. It's like your spine. Like if you crack your spine, you're instantly dead or anything like that, right?
It depends
Now-
on where you crack it. If you crack it more in the neck, towards the base of the skull, can pinch a lot of arteries, causing you to become brain dead. But if you hit the middle of your back, that'll just paralyze you from there down. Or if you hit the base of your neck, down where your shoulders
Hold
are,
on.
that'll
No,
paralyze you
wait,
from there
wait.
down.
I'm pretty sure in Doctor Stone they actually talked about this. Like, yeah, I'm pretty sure in the anime Doctor Stone, there's
Oh
a
Lord.
there's a actual like there. Oh, well, spoiler alert! Sorry. Like there's an actual scene where they actually talk where you can hit on the neck. That's an instant kill. Or
And it's the base of the skull, because not only will it rock the brain around in the skull, it'll pinch off some of the arteries that send
nerves.
pinch nerves. It'll pinch artery blood vessels that send oxygen and blood to the brain, and it'll also possibly, depending on how hard you hit, sever the what's it called, brainstem,
the brainstem. Yep.
Oh yeah.
cutting off contact to the rest of the body.
So what I mean by that is like when you're saying about metal gauntlets and you're checking somebody's jaw, some people can pass away by you just checking their jaw, like actually break it and lay it hang. There's some people can like because like you have so much force going towards that, you break it off. It's like that's internal bleeding a little bit too. So it's like you're instantly like.
And that's why you have to wait for them to show their weapon first. Because then it becomes illegal. Hey, I saw a knife. My life was in danger, so I attacked.
And plus,
right.
And plus, on top of that, for everyone for anyone that is like living by themselves or living with a wife and some kids or stuff like that, self-defense is by all means protect yourself, protect your kids, protect your wife. But as soon as their back is turned, you cannot hit them.
Away.
You cannot
back
hit them.
away as soon as their back is turned, or if they're backing away from you. Well, if they're backing away from you with their weapon in hand pointed towards you, you're still allowed to attack because of the stand your ground law. Yeah. Especially in Ohio. For anyone who lives in Ohio, the stand your ground law is still a thing. If you feel like your life is in danger, you have any means to do whatever the hell you want.
You just cannot kill them though. That's the also thing. You intend to injure or disarm somebody. You cannot.
Now, if you have already been stabbed and you feel like you are going to die from that wound, you can attack with the intent to kill.
Yeah, because
that is something you're allowed to do.
Basically, what the stand your ground rule is that you can only attack with the same amount of force that was attacked on you. So if someone,
especially when protecting a loved one,
so if someone were to hit you once, you can only hit back once,
but with a similar amount of force. Now, if they slap you, you can only slap them back. You can't punch them.
You slap boxing out here.
It's gonna be a slap off in the middle of your living room, or you're just slapping the shit out of each other one after another.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll appreciate the likes. We'll go up. So from there, it's lord. Okay, so with the same amount of force, you have the right to attempt to. If they hurt you and you're bleeding, yes, you have the.
No, if you are unarmed and they stab you, do as you want.
Yeah. So okay,
you can't just get in trouble for doing that,
you actually have a disadvantage in the eyes of the law because they have a lethal weapon on them.
Right.
Now, there is a huge thing that comes into play of this. If you are a certified black belt in Taekwondo, karate, you have to legally say, my body is registered as a legal weapon. I am warning you now. Leave or I can hit you back. And it can severely damage you. It is a legal thing. You have to warn them. But that is if and only if you are part of the black belt society. And same with boxing. If you're if you're part of the Golden Glove or whatever.
If you're part of the
heavyweight or anything like that.
So basically,
any UFC fighters is a legal weapon.
So basically, with that, since I did take a little bit of boxing classes, I do have to tell the person, hey, I know how to use my hands. I don't want to hurt you. Can you please back up before I use lethal force?
Now,
I mean, you can announce that, but I mean, like, if you take how long you did boxing?
I did boxing for about a year, 2 years.
I mean, you can announce it, but you don't got to because it's like, you're just training at that point for self-defense.
Sorry.
See, now, for me, I took Taekwondo for 4 years. I didn't get to become a black belt because of how the training process was. I only got 3 belts in. But the problem is that was 10 years ago, so it's well out of range for it to be any use.
Oh, so you're yellow, if I believe.
I was orange. I was orange, about to go for blue.
Blue. Okay. Oh.
I was orange, and I was a week away from doing my orientation for blue, and that's when I got pulled out because my father decided to stop paying for it and then blamed it on my mother, and that started a huge thing.
Oh Lord.
Got you.
Yeah, divorced parents like pinning things on each other.
Now,
Yeah, that's how it goes.
yeah. Now with me, how can I put this? So when I was like boxing for the 2 years, like yeah, I did not go pro, but at the same time, I had to register my hands because of how heavy they were.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
Because
depending.
I did not like how I found out that I had heavy hands is when I sparred with this one kid, and apparently 2 shots almost cracked his sternum.
Ooh.
And I did not know. I didn't. And apparently he was a week away from his light heavyweight title shot at that time. For I believe it was for okay, what's it called for the league that's just below the professionals? I forget what it's called.
Little League. Little
Well,
League.
it's not little.
It's not Little League.
It's not really little. It's not really little league. It's mainly just far as I know, it's just standard. It's just standard, like like It's just standard boxing. Like you're just going to regular like low ranking boxing tournaments or anything like that. So it's literally just
Amateur
regular
boxing.
Amateur.
there you
Yeah,
go.
he was a week away from his title fight for amateur boxing, and they thought, well, since I was new and stuff like that, I didn't know much, so they were like, crap, it was just throw him in the ring with me. Then 2 shots later, I almost cracked his sternum, which
That
I
can't
didn't.
happen. Yeah.
I did not know I punched him that hard.
So it all depends on how you move your body. If you twist your waist at all, you're throwing more of your body's weight into the punch.
Well, how it happened was he threw a punch, I ducked a little bit, then I stepped forward, and I pretty much threw all of my weight upwards for the first.
Ooh, yeah, no, that's how you do it. Because you stepped forward, that adds momentum into it, and as you're throwing your punch, your body's gonna instinctively twist a little as you throw the punch to make it easier to go straight. And as the punch lands, you probably ended up twisting your wrist a little, which adds some centrifugal force into it as well. So you have a lot of kinetic and potential energy going into that, meaning you're going to add a few pounds onto your punch.
Yeah, because I did all of that going upwards. Then when his body lifted a little bit, I twisted once again to go straight at the same spot. And when he hit the when he hit the canvas, he was holding his chest. Everybody was scared because we thought he was having a heart attack.
Ooh, yeah, no. You definitely put at least 10 pounds of force into those punches.
Because at the time, I weighed in around like 185, 190. And he was 175, like 175, 180. And
so you're in the same weight class.
Yeah. And where I punched was, I think they said 2 or 3 inches away from the heart. And
oh, wow.
I mean,
so I don't know if I almost like gave this man cardiac arrest. I don't know. All
you
I know,
definitely gave his heart a jump start.
yeah, basically.
I almost did.
You can do body shots toward the heart. You just can't do them hard because, like, as in study it shows, like, basically, you know all the famous, the famous move, the 1-inch punch, like, with Bruce Lee. Actually, like, that is like a real actual thing going towards the middle or to your stomach. That if you perfect the technique, like very, that can kill you. It can like that would dismember you. It really sends a shock to your body, to the heart, and you're done. It like if you do it properly.
Now, one thing I learned is pinch points. There's certain areas on the body which you can pinch nerves in a certain way that make the body do another thing. So
yeah, which is
like this one person had tried one on me, but because now, again, I have to get diagnosed for this first. But there is a slight chance I have EDS, which is a hypermobility disorder, where a lot of things in my body are way more flexible than they should be. This dude pinched in the area where he is always pinched, and it puts people to sleep. I was completely unaffected because my nerve had moved.
I forgot what
it
that's
stretched
called.
out of the way.
Yeah, I
you've seen it
forgot.
all the time within like anime or actual like that's an actual thing. Like
Yeah, there's a nerve
basically
right around the base of the neck towards the collarbone that if you
Yeah,
hit it with
exactly.
about 2 pounds of force, it'll put someone to sleep. But because my body's weird and I'm built different, he did it and I just stood there like, so what's gonna happen now? And he's like, wait, what? And he tried it like 5 more times and still couldn't get it.
At
You
that
gotta
point,
hit the right place though.
mission failed. Try again.
Exactly.
I
The
wanna
thing is, I
circle.
made $5 from it too because he was just like, I bet you $5 I can put you to sleep in one hit. I'm like, okay, do it. And he went thunk. Oh shit. Thunk, thunk, thunk. It didn't work. Shit.
So hold on, wait a minute. He said, "I bet you $5 I can put you to sleep." First try.
Let's
All
get
right,
$5.
that's $5. Thunk. That's another 5. Thunk. That's another 5. Thunk.
Oh,
That's
yeah, no,
another 5.
I went and bought a new pocket knife because it was at Boy Scout camp.
Boy Scout camp.
Yes, I did Boy Scouts for a while, and I bought pocket knives there.
I heard some
I mean
stories.
that's I mean that's
I
kind of
heard
technical. I mean
some
like that's really typical.
I heard some stories from Boy Scouts. I wanted to do Boy Scouts.
I had a raccoon sneak into my tent and try and steal some of my food, and I kicked it out. I'm like, no, these are my food. Get away.
See this. Okay, chat and everybody. This is what I mean. I know Shadow for a very long time. This man is skinny, but I swear to God, he has the big boy mentality of Biggie. I swear to God, this man has the food mentality of fucking Big Pun. If for those who like old school rap, look up Big Pun, and that's that man's fucking mentality.
Speaking of eating food, I made homemade burgers yesterday, and they were amazing.
See,
No recipe, nothing.
see,
I just threw some spices in
he's-
there.
Drift,
as
he's
the
proving my
seasoning.
point. Drift, he's proving
I
my
flattened
point.
out the patties. I cooked them on the stove because we don't have a grill, and they were good.
This
Definitely
man
have
can
that.
sit
But we didn't
here,
have any burger buns, so we used bagels. So we had bagel burgers.
and he makes fun of me for being big, and he eats more than me.
Higher metabolism.
I have a
Very
metabolism that works so well that it hurts if I don't eat enough.
The doctor said he has a mentality of 2 men.
That's crazy.
There was one time I out-ate my 350-pound father at Thanksgiving. He would eat an average of 8 plates of food. I ate 10 to 15 plates of food.
And this
Completely
man,
filled, mind you.
I
made sure there
only
were no
gained-
leftovers of the sweet potato casserole.
And this man only gained 2 pounds.
It was all gone the next day.
2
That's
pounds.
what Thanksgiving dinner for you.
Yeah, no, it's bad enough that I didn't get over 100 pounds until I was 15. And my family celebrated that I finally hit 100 pounds.
Yeah, your ass was gonna die if you keep going like flying through the wind, my boy.
Now you see why I can't bring him down south. All it takes is one tornado and he's gone.
You wanna know what's funny? My family always chooses to go to the beach peak hurricane season.
Why?
Because it's the nicest time of the year down there. it's not in the middle of summer.
Oh, a tornado. Just let
It's
me like.
right-
Oh.
it's like
you see them? Have you seen those mini
End of
tornadoes?
July, September, October, where it's starting to cool down south, and it goes from the average of 100 degrees down to about 80, which is more manageable for people in my family because they don't have a heat tolerance. Even though I have worn all black clothing, including a leather black coat and black leather shoes in 93-degree weather and didn't break a sweat.
I mean, that happens. Just don't move.
Oh no, I was running around.
And boots, mine.
Oh no, they were black leather shoes.
Oh.
I was in nice clothes that day.
Oh Lord, I thought you said boots. I'm like, in boots, mine. And the. I'm like, yo,
No,
you are insane.
But I will say I was also wearing wool socks.
Okay, hold on. Wait a minute. I'm just gonna say this. If we ever go down south, Shadow, you are fucking wearing weights. All right, because your ass is so thin. I listen. I highly believe the wind is going to pick you up and take you to fucking Oz. I'm not even joking.
I just I'd look at one of the if we went down to Texas, just looks at one of the cowboys. Use your lasso skills, man. I'm flying away.
Listen, him and Toto is going to be somewhere here in 5 minutes. We need help.
Lord.
Oh my god.
I definitely want to circle back to the to our original conversation.
Oh, you
Oh
want
yeah, definitely.
So
definitely.
what's going on?
So I want to circle back for a minute. Towards what was earlier being said, how can I say this? It's more than half of today. I feel like the start of it, because when did OnlyFans start? OnlyFans started back in 2016. It didn't get big. It didn't start getting big until 2020. 2019, but 2020 because of COVID. And
Oh yeah, it got really big about I believe where I started seeing all of the memes about it was about May of 2020.
So, OnlyFans released in November of 2016.
And again, OnlyFans was never meant to be in that sort of way. It's the same thing as a Patreon, or you can use it as like this, like Twitter, Instagram, or TikTok. You can use it the same as a social platform or like a Patreon. Basically, that's what it is. It was never meant to be as a sexual act. It just became like that over time, and people don't remember that.
I have a funny idea. What if someone started an OnlyFans, but it was only pictures of ceiling fans or a tabletop fan?
I think some
or
people
something
actually
like
did that before. That's
I
really
would
fucking
do
funny.
that to see how much money I'd make from it, of having an OnlyFans of just pictures of OnlyFans.
Con artist at its finest.
Apparently in 2016, and this is what I'm reading. So apparently in 2016, OnlyFans was created potentially for platform performers such as Twitch streamers, YouTube creators, people with art and stuff like that. Was
Patreon.
Yeah, basically. Model work, 3D modeling, anything like that. Yeah, it's the same thing. But people mostly use it as a sexualized app. So it's like you can't.
They take
sex
something.
sales.
Exactly. And that's the only thing that's bad. Like, there's people out there that work in the military that make less than someone who's getting railed by a different dude every week. Or some dude that's screwing a different woman every week online. It's people who are fighting for the country make less than people who are just doing the deed every day in front of a camera.
Right.
Now,
And-
I'm honestly going to say this because like apparently women think it's funny to like cheat on their. Actually, Actually, I'd say I'm gonna just scratch what I was about to say and just say this instead. So basically, the number one reason why women that are married to uh men, or men that are married to women that are in service, cheat on them is because they're not getting enough attention. I just
And
read that on Reddit.
Are you
I
serious?
just read that. Yes.
That's to be expected. They're getting sent across the world to go fight to keep the home safe.
and
And here's a term that should never be said: homeless veteran. What is up with that?
Fucking preach to the choir. Preach to the goddamn
Homeless
choir.
veterans shouldn't exist. People who have fought for the country deserve to have a perfectly livable wage to be able to afford everything they need and possibly everything they could want.
it's
So
it's sad. That's what I'm saying. That's where communication starts to dwell on them. Where like, yes, you're not getting enough attention. You don't see him every day. It does hurt. It hurts the mind. It hurts the body. It hurts the soul. It hurts your heart immensely. And I understand it is a very hard thing to go through when you are being sent away. You cannot see them. You can call them, but sometimes you can only send letters. You can't say anything else but that communication, and it hurts. I understand. Um, it's the fact that you can't. It's the fact that you have to do that in some way, and then someone's coming home to you finally, at finally done, not be able to get shipped off in a while. That you're going to do that to them, and their heart's broken. And now they're
Now-
like, mind you, they're creating. They like when they're over there, they are creating PTSD in their head. They are traumatized, and then as soon as you get there, you're just break down and gone.
like, yeah, and plus on top of that, like this, okay, how can I put this? So, like, the reason why it's so disgusting for someone to do that is because imagine what the hell they are doing over there. The amount of blood that is being shed, the amount of like souls that are being taken just for you over here to be safe. For the amount of stuff they have to go through every single fucking day just to come home to you, but yet you're being unfaithful.
You realize
That goes for both parties of the spectrum.
Oh yeah, definitely. But what really sucks is keep in mind that some of these soldiers have to look into into children's eyes and have to pull the trigger.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because that's
Quite
what
literally.
they're ordered to do. Imagine. The thing is that I've seen a lot of things where they're like, imagine if that was your kid. You can't. You just can't pull that trigger, but they have to because it's an order. And
plus-
sometimes these kids are taught to pick up a weapon and attack these men.
I mean, okay,
So the men sadly have to shoot.
like for instance, if you guys watched American Sniper, I think the name I think it with Chris Kyle. Yeah, I think it's American Sniper, where he literally says, as this kid is picking up the weapon, don't do it. Don't fucking do it. Please, God, do not pick up that weapon. Do not shoot it. When the kid picked up the weapon, aimed it directly at him, and started pulling the trigger, he had no choice. It is him or that kid.
And he had to close his eyes and pull the trigger. He couldn't.
And not even that. Those kids are ordered to do that. Like they're not even an order. Like they're being they're being controlled. They have no other option but to do that. Or else the person that's controlling them is going to decease them, and that's not cool.
Yeah,
And
it's the world is so fucked up with this. Humans should not fight each other for freedom or for protection or for safety, or like we shouldn't have to fight each other.
Okay,
We all bleed the same. Help each other, not kill.
And also like towards that, like in the relationship type of deal
Yeah.
with that, it's like, imagine like, your significant other had to do that, and that's like, dang, and he comes home to his own child, but you're completely like men or women, they're coming back home, looking your eyes, and you're doing that, like, you're breaking their heart by like cheating on them and just ruin their whole trust after just doing, like, say that was in that situation, just doing that is it's unbelievable, and it's like, wow, that's crazy. I
So
get
have you
it
guys
that bodies have needs, but you technically
exactly?
don't need that in your. You technically, it is a standard in life, but technically, by standard, you don't really need that. You honestly don't. It just creates
Yeah.
more of a connection, and it becomes an addiction in some way. That, like, sex is an addiction. That is. There's no
Yes.
way around
It's
it.
a stimulation of feelings. Like anyone
Yeah.
can get addicted to weed because of the dopamine effect that happens. Dopamine is a drug that the body naturally creates when it's happy, and it is addictive.
Yes.
So
Yeah.
you go back to the thing that makes you happy again.
Yeah. I, I
And
I feel that.
ooh, this makes me sad, man.
So even though weed isn't an addictive chemical, something that is produced after smoking weed is addictive, which is dopamine. And for some
Right.
people, there's adrenaline junkies who they do all this wacky, this insane shit because they want the adrenaline boost.
Right.
Right.
Back on topic with the whole like soldier thing. What needs to happen is more people. Now, have you guys seen or read the Odyssey, story of Odysseus? From
I've heard of it.
it's a Greek epic tale.
I remember reading about somewhere in high school, but I haven't read that in a long time. I have not
Yeah.
heard about it as much.
Oh.
And I just remember in
What-
high school we talked about it.
What partners of active soldiers need to do more is be more like Persephone.
Mm.
Because what she did, or no, not Persephone, Penelope. Penelope turned down 108 men who were actively trying to pursue her by any means necessary for 20 years, waiting on her husband to come home.
See, but here's the thing though. Finding something like that, it just circles back to what we said way
Exactly.
earlier.
Needle
It
in a
is-
haystack.
It's not. It is like that. It's like a needle in a haystack. And when you do find it, oh Lord, let's just hope and pray that that woman is patient, because you're going to sit. I guaranteed you, you're going to sit there, and sometimes you're going to stare off in space, because you're thinking, is she really about what she says she is about? Like, does she really think that? And it's going to take you some time to sit here and acknowledge and actually understand that she does in fact mean what she says. It's going to take you some time, because all these other girls done broke you, done wrecked you, done used you,
Exactly.
and then you get this one girl, and I don't care what age you are. I don't care if you're white, black, whatever. You're going to sit there and you're going to think, this is a effing dream. There is no way in hell a woman like that is interested in me. There's no way in hell.
Now, I have thought this multiple times
Same.
throughout the 3 years of my relationship. It is definitely a dream come true. We have been there for each other through all the ups and downs.
Through thick and
And
thin.
Exactly. We have, and Red, you know this because you're one of our roommates.
Yes.
We have been through a lot. We've gotten a place. We've done all this shit that a lot of people don't even get to see, unfortunately, with their partners, because the one of them isn't committed enough to the relationship.
Right.
Let me tell you. It's so, like, for me, like, I'm single right now, and towards the relationships I've been in, I can't. The only thing I can say that I've been around the entire round table except for the two most worst things that can happen in a relationship, which is verbal abuse and physical abuse.
Oh, yeah.
I'm glad. I pray. I'm so thankful for the father, the big man upstairs, for not letting me go through that, and continue for me not to go through that. But I've been around the entire thing. I've been cheated on. I've seen I've gotten cheated. I have been lied to, led on, try to make something work. I've been around the whole round table. And for me, I'm not. And you know what? Some people in this life. Hey, Mask, what's going on, man? Welcome in. And some people in this life, I've been through the most worst heartbreak of my life sometimes, and I don't know how people can go into a villain arc. I can't. I can't. And like I understand where my feelings are, and I can continue to how I am, and continue to build up. It strengthens me, and towards people that can turn into a nasty person after that, it's like, if I can do it, how come you can't? I understand your mindset can be messed up, but there's no way. For me, I feel like I'm an example that you can have so much heartbreak in your life, but if you continue to be strong and your mind's mentally good, and continue okay, there's always, and yeah, of course, there's plenty of fish in the sea. I wanted that fish though, but if I had to reel off the line, it's whatever, man. And you guys just have to keep going.
Yeah.
Can you do the windmill now? I have not practiced my windmill in a minute, Mass. I will be honest. I still practice my stats here and there and mess with it, but I have not done my windmill yet in a while. So I'm majorly off key with it. So I got to start practicing again, which I'm gonna start training here, probably next week, to get my body back in shape to where it was, so I can have I do still have my core, but I don't really have my core as much as it used to be. So
Okay.
yeah.
Okay. Basically, what I'm trying to sit back and think about it is because I out of well Shadow basically know this. When it comes to relationships, I have the worst luck in all of history. It just feels like.
Oh yeah. I've seen the shit that has happened to you numerous times. I know it sucks.
But
Want to
at,
shed some light
I've
on it?
witnessed it firsthand.
but at the same time, it's yeah, what happened to you hurts. It hurts a hell of a lot.
Indeed,
Right.
it does.
Especially when
But
it
at the
happens
same
time after
time,
I mean,
at the same time, you can't sit here and keep bleeding and cry about it and sob about it. Sometimes, yeah, that person that was involved in your life at the time, yeah, you might have needed them to do something, but at the same time, what helped me come back so fast after after that happened to me, and after that made me bounce back so fast is that I always have my friends. I always have my boys. I always have them, because at the end of the day, they were here before she was. And always, 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 they know me more than she does.
That will always be true. In fact, to the person you know better, these dudes have been here for me. This person or this friend that is a girl, or that friend is a guy, that has been here for me. I know them. They know more about me than you when you're starting to get in a relationship. And if you're saying, and I hate when relationships do this, I know him better than you. Really? And one of my friends went to their friend and test that theory. You know him better than me? All right. And it started asking a bunch of questions randomly, off bat. And because it's you got to realize this person has been here for me way before you, so you can't get upset. And I hate when people start doing that. Friends and females and males can be friends. I don't give a what you say. I have plenty of female friends that when I moved here in Maryland, because when I used to live in Ohio, I didn't really have any female friends. I didn't really, I had two, but that was it. But when I got here, I got so many other female friends, and those friends, yeah, they had a crush on me, or I had a crush on them. They told me, or I told them, and you know, it's like, okay, I told you didn't want me. Okay, I didn't gonna split from you. I hope we can stay friends, and we're strong. We're still strong. We don't talk as much today because we were doing our own thing, but at least we check in with each other. We're still friends until this day, strong as ever. Still hang out whenever we can, and that's it. You know, how I check up on you. Hey, how's your relationship going? How's the marriage, or how's the relationship? How's everything going with you? Oh, pretty good. How are you? Are you still finding someone? Kind of not.
Like something like that. Something like that's cool. But like one thing that like grinds my gears. Yes, I'm stealing something from Family Guy, but something that just grinds my ever living gears is, well, I don't feel comfortable with you hanging out with this person. By all means, by all means. You see that door right there? What I need you to do is unlock it, step out, and go 7 feet down the fucking road. Because, ma'am, bam, shalam, they have been here through my worst times and quite literally talked me out of some, criminal shit. But that's besides the point. The fact that they've been here through my worst times, the fact that they've been here after so many offensive jokes, and on top of that, they've been here after me cussing them out for no reason whatsoever just because I was having a bad day. Yes, I did apologize for it, but the fact that they did not hold a grudge after I cussed them out, after I said all those mean offensive things, after I basically dragged them through hell with me, they still let me know saying, hey, I still care for you as a friend, or I see you as a brother, or I see you as this and that. I still want you to know I am here for you if you need me. That,
Right.
to be honest, that is what the world needs more. But yet, even like, it doesn't even have to go to like relationships. It can go to friendships too. Like, there's friends that use other people to get what they want.
I've been in that relationship so many times, man. Let me tell you.
Like, I mean, you
Girls,
like,
red.
and that's something else you can also talk to Shadow about too. Like, there's times where I literally will walk over to Shadow and be like, hey, Shadow, we're getting something to eat. He will go, I don't have any money. Motherfucker, did I ask if you had money? No, I said we're getting something to eat. Hop in this car and we're going to get something to eat. I'm paying for it.
And a lot of people expect you to, like, and then with friends, I understand, like, you know, that is completely cool. And then some friends nowadays, they'll be like, you gonna pay me back though? I mean, times are tough out here. I'm not gonna lie, I can't blame them, but like, then again, if you offered a little bit, and then if you offered and then be able to be that way, like, you're willing to do anything for that friend a little bit, you know, like, you know, don't worry about it, man. Money comes back to me in so many ways. If you decide to pay me back, I appreciate it, thank you, I'll accept it, or I'll decline. Keep it with you, bro.
Right. Oh yeah, no. The Red and I have covered each other. Like, we go to card tournaments all the time. There have been times like I'm a little short or he's a little short, and we're just like, here, I'll cover you. Just pay me back whenever. And we've done that numerous times.
And plus, when it comes to paying me back, it does not have to be cash. It can be either being there for me, or like being
going
on
out
call.
of our way to do something for someone.
Right. Because
take someone out, go to a movie or something. I don't know.
Like, for me, basically, if I help you out, right? How can I put this? Okay, say for instance, Dragon, you want to try Magic the Gathering. I buy you a Magic deck, and say it's like upwards to $100 to $200 Magic deck. The only way I want you to pay me back.
Pretty good, decent deck.
Well, yeah, the only way I want you to pay me back is helping somebody else. As long as you're helping somebody else, your debt to me is paid in full. It doesn't have to be money, because if anything, I do not care about money. I don't. I will go and blow that shit and not give a fuck. Because
And
I can't take money to heaven with me. You can't. You just can't.
you can't, not at all.
Now, so Dragon, you said you wanted to get into Magic the Gathering.
No.
No.
He's just using as an example. Like I've tried a little bit, but
If anything, he's a car nerd.
yeah, more Gardner.
Nah.
Yeah,
What
it's
is
the point is
I'm
like I
8'6".
understand most in the society, and I can hear people coming in like. I can hear people coming in, and if I were making a video about this, that say, well, sorry, some people have lives and I need every cent I can because times are tough out here. I understand that. But understand that you're holding someone accountable already towards like something you willing to offer and you already told them they don't pay back. Now, some people will be like, oh, like, hey, I know I said I got it, but can you pay me back? Like, for that? I'm like, sure, my fault. Like, sure, I was gonna think about that anyway. Now he's like, I thought you didn't. I was like, I know. You don't want to be annoying or anything like that. I get it that we need to save every cent of today, but like if you're willing to offer and you don't have to pay them back and you pay them back some other way, that's also respectful as well. It's not always got to be some coin in your pocket just to show that you care or show that you got to pay someone back. If you pay somebody's lunch, if you pay for somebody's lunch at work, just because you like that coworker, you cooling with them, it can always be like, oh, I bought you a present, or hey, you came out to help out with the house, or something like that, or some sort of repayment. It doesn't have to be materialized every time. It can show some of compassion.
Now, I've moved a few times, and anyone who decides to help me move when I ask for help, I always pay for dinner. Like I'm like, here, stay here. We're gonna have pizza. Let's all share a pizza. I make sure that like if you're gonna help me, you're gonna get fed.
Yeah. But
hey, go ahead.
Like, one thing I don't understand is like when you invite okay, so say you go to somebody and say, hey, you want to go and get something to eat or something like that, and you suggest it or something like that. If you do not have enough to cover you and that person just in case if they come up short, then don't ask them that, because anything can happen. Like, they would get something that they think that they can afford but come up short. It happens many times.
Mm-hmm.
That's why anytime I go somewhere with someone, I always order something cheap.
Right. You don't want to be like, no.
Now, if I know I'm paying, I'll get what I want. I know I'm paying. But if I am going out with someone and they offer to pay, I'm gonna get something small. That way, I don't seem selfish, because I just don't like that feeling of like, hey, you guys all ordered these $10 meals. I ordered a $50 meal. No, I just like, you guys ordered 10. I ordered something that's like $5.
Right.
And sorry, go ahead.
And towards that, it's like, if I'm buying for you now, I say this, if I got it at the time, I'm like, dude, just order wherever you want. If you want like two, let's say we go to Chipotle or something like that, right?
Yeah.
Get what you want. You want a bag of chips? You want a drink too? All right, I'm gonna ask you. You don't want no drink? No. He's like, nah, I ain't trying to be. Dude, get what you want. Get what you want. I got you. Don't worry about it. I'm not gonna ask you. As in a lot of times, I'm not going to ask you to pay me back. It's literally on me. Do not pay me back unless you want to. And I do the same thing. If I'm with you and you're paying for it, I get something small. I don't want to seem selfish. But if you say get what I want and you're very confident about it, I'm going to get what I want in some way. I'm not going to take it for granted. I'm still showing respect. But as long as you tell me multiple times, get what you want, bro. No drink, no chips, no. You don't want anything else, no like extra plate. I'm like, nah, I'm good. Like, nah, get what you want. Be cool.
I mean, like the one time I offered Shadow to go to Texas Roadhouse. Now, we're at Texas Roadhouse, and he's sitting there, and he's trying to look for the cheapest stuff. Dog, we're at Texas Roadhouse. If you do not get your ass the most thickest, best steak, as long as you ain't...
only got like a 10 ounce.
if you don't
Right.
get yourself a steak, and that bitch better not be well done, or I'm jumping over this goddamn table.
You know, I always get medium rare. Always.
because
Oh, it's the best one.
because he was like, "Fine, I'm gonna get a steak." And when he said that he was getting the steak, you can even ask him. I looked him dead in the face, and I was like, "You better not order well done, or I'm jumping over this goddamn table."
It's
That's
like, I'm
swiping.
sorry, I don't want to chew on bark or rubber. And
Like, I wanna
if
finish my shit?
you can't even ask someone how their steak is if they're eating a well done steak because they're going to be chewing still.
Right.
Look, at that point, I'm gonna take my shoe off and I'm gonna put it on a plate because it's literally the same thing.
Exactly.
Quite
I remember
honestly.
that time you also ordered yourself like what was it? A 16-ounce T-bone steak
No.
and then a whole rack of ribs.
No, actually, it was a ribeye. It was a it was a 32 ounce.
Yeah, you ordered yourself the 32-ounce ribeye steak and a rack of barbecue ribs.
Oh yeah, oh yeah.
And I'm over here with my 10-ounce steak, my thing of corn, and some fries.
And speaking of going out to dinner with people, a lot of people use people like as within relationship or dating, just a meal nowadays. And a lot of like I get it. And here's the thing, I will always stand true to this. I'm very old school. I'm pretty sure you guys are old school too. That the guy will always pay for the date. Now, the first date, second. Now, I will say this:
Yeah.
if you don't at least offer by the third or fourth date, that's ridiculous. I understand. I'm the guy. It's respectful for me to pay for the first
Yeah.
date. That's
Now-
been a generation after generation. But at least offer something. I'm going to decline it on purpose. But I want to see if you will actually indulge into helping me pay for it, or you'll pay for it in full because it's like, you took me out a few times. Let me help you out,
No.
or let me take care of it.
Yeah, I get that.
I've actually accidentally pissed my girlfriend off doing this. She wanted to pay for the meal, but I knew that she didn't get the greatest paycheck. So I'm just like, okay, then how about instead, like, I pay for your food, you pay for my food. But instead of me, because we were at Texas Roadhouse, because that's her favorite place to go,
Yeah.
Right.
I ended up just paying for the whole thing, and she got mad at me.
Now,
And that's compassionate love, man.
yeah. Now, one thing that my grandma told me, and I will take this to the grave. Now, a lot of times when a girl asks me, "Well, where are we going for a date?" As a joke, I would say McDonald's, Wendy's, or Burger King. The reason is if she gets mad and say, "Well, why? Well, do I look like a cheap hoe, or do I look like you can just take me to a fast food place or something like that?" And if she gets like that, she's not the one at all. She's not. But if you get that girl that says, "All right, as long as I'm spending time with you, I don't care where we go," that right there is a sign that as long as you're with them and making memories with them, then it's cool. She might be the one
Yeah.
for you.
Now, another thing I want to add to that now is, like, if she ends up going, well, if we're only going to one of those, then how about we go to this one of, or, like, how about we go to McDonald's so we can both get a McFlurry or something like that? Or, like, instead of going there, how about we go to, like, Almost Heaven, which is just an ice cream place?
I
Which
mean,
it's a
right.
cheap ice cream place.
Yeah.
That's understandable.
yeah.
Or and here in Ohio we have Country Cones. That place is
Oh,
good too.
dude. Ooh.
Country Cones.
I
is
miss that
great.
place.
You been to Country Cones?
Of course. I'm from Ohio, bro.
But like,
the thing is,
sorry.
it's like how I say this. So a coffee date is enough. A
Yeah,
coffee
a
date
coffee
date.
is enough. You're getting to know the person. Now, I get it. You want to go to a nice restaurant. It doesn't have to be 5 stars. It doesn't have to. You don't want to make it a 1 star or 2 star. A 3 star is completely nice. That is completely
Like,
nice.
you
But
can go
it doesn't
to
have to be a 5 star
Katana
restaurant. A
or-
coffee date. I'm
Now,
getting to know you.
I'm telling you,
Hanging
I'm
out.
telling you this right now. If I ever, actually, I don't need to worry about that now. I have a girlfriend now, but I'm just saying this, like, if I didn't, if I ever in my life just meet you and you're talking about wanting to go to a 4 or 5 star restaurant, I'm sorry, we have to be in like a relationship for damn near 7 to a year if you want me to do that. I'm not bringing you to a mission like a
Like a
Michelin star restaurant
Yeah.
off the bat. I'm sorry, no.
Like, sorry, I'm not taking you to the what's that one place in with the huge garden of wine grapes?
Oh.
Oh wait, are you talking?
in
Hold on,
Canton.
hold on. Are you talking about the
The
Is
one
it-
place that a lot of people go for wedding pictures and shit like that.
Is it in? Is it where we're at? Shadow. Is it-
Bahamas?
Yeah, it's right across
Lake
from it
Erie?
is a Rice's Rice's what the
it's over there.
It-
Is it over there by Glen Oak?
by Glen Oak and Oakwood, yes.
Oh,
Right before
I know
the train
exactly-
track.
Oakland? I know
Yes.
exactly what you're saying. Yeah.
I know
And
exactly
they
what
have
you're talking
wine
about.
tasting and it's like $50 a person.
I'm
And
sorry.
it's reservation
I would never.
only.
I would never.
That place is a 5-star place. Wine tasting. They have a hotel which is like $200 a night, I think.
That's not bad. That's not bad at all.
Okay, yeah.
Or no,
200.
it's expensive as shit there.
It
Like
can
their
get.
food is expensive as fuck.
But here's the thing, though. Listen. So there's, believe it or not, there is an actual 5-star restaurant that is actually not that far away from us. It is in it's in the Hall of Fame Village. So if you're near Ohio, it's in the Hall of Fame Village. I forget what it's called, but
It's like $40 a person, you said.
no, like I got fish and chips, right? I got fish and chips, and it was $35. Now, keep in mind, $35, my entire plate. It was no little plate, it was a big ass plate. That entire plate was filled with fish and fries. And let me tell you, it was $35, and for some people that is a bit expensive. But when I tell you them, that was a whole ass fucking side of a fish on my plate. It was 4 of them. So technically I had 2 full fried fish on my plate. And that was some good shit.
Oh. Yeah.
I'm gonna
I
be
mean,
right back. I gotta run to the restroom.
Gotcha.
all good, all good. And towards that, man, like, yeah, and towards these places when you wanted to go with someone, you know, and they're instantly right off the bat ordering this, ordering that. I'm like, you're paying for. Remember, I'm paying for it, but it sounds like you're just trying to get a meal out of me, and be like, and this is what I also mentioned in my video. Women, oh my lord, hear me clearly, please. Your body is not, and I said this before many times in this talk right now, in this talk right now. Your body is not your only ticket to everything. For me, I mean, like, if it hits off on the one day, like, you know, if it hits off and, like, you know, we do something that, you know, the first day we do something. It's just how it is. If we do something the second day, we do something the second day. But your body is not your payment at any time. Respect yourself.
Right.
And also, guys, hold your dick in your pants. Excuse me, but hold your dick in your pants. You're not that fiendish.
No.
Yes, we paid for dinner. Yes, I paid for dinner, but it's just to get to know you. You go your separate ways, have a nice time, you talk. Now, on the third date, if something happens, but don't be fiending for it. I understand you looking for a reward, but bruh, it's not that only thing. And women, your body's not your only ticket. Like, hey, so what do I get after? Like, what do I like? You ask the guy like, hey, what do I get after this? I understand that's a normal thing, but like,
Yeah.
or you're in a relationship, like, you get me, you get my cooter cat. I'm like, that's not only I want from you.
No.
Guys do want presents. Guys do want gifts, and it's not only games. We like flowers too. I like a blue rose or something like that, a blue flower. I'll accept them, because I want my room to smell nice. I don't want them to
Blue
be in
spider
here. I want to smell
lily.
them. Yeah, spider lily. Like I would love to have flowers in my wake, and I would love that. But your body is not your only ticket for everything. I'm
Right.
not gonna keep going to you and say, "Hey, give me some head or something." Like, no, I want to
No,
love you,
like,
but not in
some-
that always in a sexual way.
Like sometimes, like I don't know if it's the same for you guys, but for me, it's not always sex. Like sometimes I don't care if you just walk up behind me, hug me from the back, or just simply rub or massage my shoulders. That's better. Or actually, you can do that, or just sit down and have a conversation with me.
All right, like, let's talk. Like, what's up?
Like, let's talk. What's wrong? What's going on? Is there something I can do to help your days go easier, or is there something that I like? Is there something I can do to make your days easier? And if I'm doing that, can you please let me know what I can do that's a little bit more so I can keep the relationship interesting so it's not the same thing every single day?
And a lot of people don't do that in a relationship. They don't communicate. Hey, like, hey, I want to talk to you about something. It can't just be on command. You have to talk through them. Like, hey, can you be a little more this or a little bit more that? I feel like there's something dying between the two. And I understand it is a little nerve-wracking. It's not embarrassing. It's just a little nerve-wracking because you don't know how they're going to react. You don't know how they are. Like, you just have to be open-minded and try your best to hear them out of what they're saying. Because, like, oh, okay, I'll try my best, sweetheart. I'll try my best to be more of that of what you want me to be. And if she replies, is there anything you want me to do? Then that's how you know, okay, we're in a good standing where I can talk about when I can. If you can be a little bit more in this, help me with this. Like,
Yeah.
it comes to that. And if you're afraid to talk about that, then there's nothing. Then
There's nothing there.
silent.
There's
There's
nothing
nothing
there
at all.
But it's like, I mean, if okay, now I can understand if you feel like that, and you have like some high anxiety problems, maybe I can
Yeah.
see that being an issue, that maybe you're a little afraid of talking to your
Talking
partner
about it.
because
Mhm.
you don't know how they're going to react and stuff like that. Because I mean, actually a lot of factors play into that, like what what happened before you came along, what happened, like a lot of factors play into that. A lot of factors do. But at the same
Like,
time, sorry, go ahead.
No, you finish. I cut you off.
But like at the same time, it's the fact of you still have to communicate with it, like, hey, actually let me back it up before I say all that. Like sometimes I get that when you're in a relationship and you don't want to talk about your past relationships because what's in the past stays in the past, you don't want to bring it up. I get it. But if they did something that triggers something, if they did something that you're now struggling with in that sense, please tell me. Please tell me. Because I understand you don't want to talk about your past relationships. I understand you don't want to talk about your ex. I understand that it might bring something up. But if something that happened in that relationship is causing you to struggle in some other way, shape, or form, I need to know so we can work on that together. Notice I said we, not I, not me, not this or that. When you are in a relationship, an I turns into a we and a you turns into an us.
Thank you.
Because sorry, go ahead.
One thing I want to add to that, keep in mind, so with my relationship, I have only ever been cheated on once. I only ever had one relationship other than my girlfriend now.
Oh, damn,
I've
you're
been
one
cheated
lucky
on
few in
once.
the world.
Exactly. Exactly.
My girlfriend, however, she has been cheated on 4 times. She despises the idea of cheating. She has never broken up with anyone. She's always been the one to be tossed aside.
Mm.
So she has had low self-esteem for a long time, which I've been helping her with because of all of her past issues. But she's also been helping me with mine. Like Red said, it is a communal effort. You need to work together. That's what you are there for, to help one another, not fight one another.
Yeah, and like
now, arguments are normal.
Oh yes,
everyone
definitely
thinks that having an argument is a horrible thing. You have a bad relationship, blah blah blah. No, you're supposed to argue because then you get on a better level with each other, so you understand how things work with each other, how each other's minds work.
Well, not only that, like keep in mind when you're in a relationship. Now, here's one of the reasons why many relationships fail is because, like, when you guys first get together, of course, she has her place, you have your place, and stuff like that. And sometimes y'all talk on the phone, sometimes y'all text, but once you really get into a place, once you really get in a place where y'all both living together, keep in mind, you guys are two minds, two different mindsets, probably grew up in two different places, and stuff like that. Y'all are going to collide. You're going to collide. Because the way I see it, a relationship and a friendship are basically the same thing. It's just different settings, if that makes sense.
Indeed.
Yeah.
And it's the same thing. Friends argue all the time. I mean, you can ask me and Shadow. We are like one time we argued so hard where everybody around us thought that, oh, we're going to fight. We're definitely going to fight at the end of this. But at the same time, it's just a matter of, all right, this was a huge argument. Let's just step away from each other for a little bit, calm ourselves down, come back and talk about what this one person did or what the other person did to make us upset. And most people don't want to do that. They'll get in an argument and they're just done. They're done. They don't want nothing to do. They don't want nothing to do with it at all and stuff like that. And it's mostly that mindset of, I want this Disney perfect relationship with this person. I don't want any arguments. I don't want this. I don't want that. And at the same time, it's like stuff happens. It's going to happen. It's just a matter of what can you do to either prevent that, or if it is happening, what can you do to de-escalate it, then come back to it and still be together or still be friends with that person instead of just giving up, because that's what I feel like most people are doing, is just giving up.
That is a very true statement, because you can't. As many people give up on a relationship when an argument starts and all that stuff. Like, you're literally letting someone going out their way to, and some people are very some people, I don't know, some people become narcissists out of nowhere, and you think you got to do everything, you suck at everything. Why not teach them, dumbass? Why not actually help them? But some people are stuck in that mindset where you can't just understand bullshit. And it's the fact that when in a relationship, whether you're the girl or the guy, and whoever's the boss in the relationship, the woman can take control, and that's okay. That's if they're respectful in the control. And same thing with the guy. If you're just doing control just to have them in your mindset, have them under your clutches, wrap them around your finger, is crazy to me. Like you're not. You are not respectful towards that partner at all. Just leave them alone, unless you need to be left alone. And when building this relationship, you need to understand, and like Shadow said, you need to understand each other. It's building a conscience of oneself mind to understand each other, how to go through your life and grow old together and pass away together. Whoever passed away first too, you always keep them in your mind. Now, other things as well to that, there's interest. Now, I say this with a big thing, a big thing, interest. Now, you're interested in somebody, they do this, they do that, and you're liking who they are. You're liking from who they are. And if you want to get into it, like indulge into that person's interest. I love cars. Now, to the people I've been with, do not like cars as much as I do, but if you're willing to indulge in it, dude, I get super happy. I'll teach you. I'll get into it. Gaming as well. I'll get into it. I'll teach you however I can so you can enjoy it.
Yeah.
And if you don't enjoy it, you don't enjoy it.
Into your partner's hobbies.
Yeah.
If you don't enjoy it, that's fine. You don't have to.
Yeah, just see if you like it or not. And that goes for like, I'll indulge into your interest. If I don't like it, I don't like it. But I'm not going to lie. For me, I'm a lover boy. I am definitely a lover boy. I will try my best to get into it, something. And then of course, if you don't like it, it's definitely going to take a toll. But you learn to love it. You learn, like with a car. So you may not get the car you want, but you learn to fall in love with your car. You learn because that's your first car you ever had. You learn to fall in love with it. Because that's the thing you've been driving all that time until you got a new one. So it's like starting off the base where you come from. You gotta
like Shadow with his Jeep.
I didn't want to get rid of that Jeep, but I had to.
Look, listen, that Jeep was like a toxic ex. You cannot tell me otherwise. It was lovey-dovey until somebody got underneath of it.
That's crazy.
Yeah, no, I had a 2004 Jeep Grand Cherokee that started nickel and diming me every single month.
Yikes!
It was bad,
and it started ever since.
I replaced the brakes, rotors, and calipers on that thing. I had to replace the what was it? Something steering line twice.
Oh, the steering rack, like the rack and pinion.
No, it was the power steering line. I had to replace that twice. The first time was because it was dry rot, and the second time it exploded.
Sounds like a new motor.
And plus,
I was
those
leaving.
Problems started ever since someone got underneath of it, installed the radiator.
Oh yeah, no, someone literally cut out one of 3 catalytic converters in that thing.
Not the radiator, catalytic converter. That's what I meant to say.
Someone just, and you want to know what makes it greater?
What?
The landlord of my parents' place at the time decided to not pay the security bill that month. So there was no security feed for it.
Wow.
So we didn't even have any evidence of who did it.
And look, your Jeep just loved somebody underneath of it, and ever since then it didn't get the same attention, so it started fucking up on you.
Yeah, I know. Then the radiator blew out because now keep in mind, this vehicle had been sitting out in the weather for 2 years.
Ooh.
Untouched.
Yeah,
so,
see, if it's been sitting out in the weather untouched for that long, I'll be kind of suspicious. Like
we replaced a lot of things on it. And got it driving. But the problem is that
there was a stain line on the inside of the coolant.
Ooh,
tub.
oh.
So I thought that there was coolant in it because I was brand new with cars. I never opened it up. And it is my fault for not opening up the coolant tank. But it always looked like it had coolant in it. And because the car wasn't on and moving, it looked full. And I dried it out.
Nah, engine too hot.
That shit was bone dry. And then that's when another problem arose. We noticed that it wasn't the first time the radiator had blew, because there was a sealed crack that reopened.
Oh, wow.
This dude had used some kind of sealant on the crack that lasted 2 whole years before it broke open again. So whatever he used was good.
Nah.
I mean, it's better than what somebody tried to do, because so to give everyone a quick explanation real quick. I used to take a vehicle career tech in my high school, and we would mostly get Fords, Chevys, Jeeps, Beamers. So don't buy a Ford, and actually don't buy a Chevy, and for the love of God, don't buy a Ford. But
Yeesh. I'm about to go work there.
Jesus. Oh, somebody followed. Hey, thanks for the follow, man. Thank you. But so basically, and I shit you not, this is what somebody did. That same spot you were talking about, Shadow, this motherfucker put some fucking cement on it. Cement to seal it.
Jeez.
No.
Make that make sense, bro. And he was claiming that it wouldn't start.
No shit.
Well,
we looked. And by the way, how's it going? I saw you say, "Yo, how's it going?" But like I said, just sit back and think about that for a second. What in God's green earth made you think it was a good idea to put cement on the crack to fix it? And
people are just doing the wildest shit.
Oh, you want to hear wild shit? I'll tell you some wild shit. There was another car that we had, and this was a Maserati. It was a Maserati, and apparently his back wheels will break, but his front wheels won't. So we did a little bit of snooping. You just chilling? Well, I'm just chilling with the boys too. So we looked at the braking line, right? And there was a Ford right next to it. Now the Ford was a school Ford. The school bought it for us to work on. And who was it? I think his name was Isaac. Yeah, it was Isaac who I was working with. He looked at the brake lines on the truck, and put 2 and 2 together and said, "Huh, they almost looked the same." So we put the brake lines off of the Ford onto the Maserati. Now, we tested. It worked. On the front passenger side wheel, the other one kept spinning. So,
So glazing the brakes.
Huh?
So glazing
Yeah.
it's glazing the disc, and the brakes weren't really getting heated to get it stopped.
So, like, the back wheel stopped and the front passenger wheel stopped, but not the driver's side wheel. So
Is it just not a brake pad?
no, there was brake pads and everything. It's just that we didn't wire it correctly.
Oh.
Yeah, we didn't wire the brake line correctly. But we were sitting there thinking, 3 wheels stopping's better than 2. It's fine. So let's just fast forward a couple years. And I get a call from my teacher. Keep in mind, I'm already graduated, but he still keeps record on who worked on what car, just in case if that car comes back and he needs a better explanation of what happened and how to fix it. So apparently, the brakes were working fine until one fateful day, our fantastic brake line decided to snap and the dude went into a ditch.
Oh, really?
Yeah, dude went into
Wow.
a ditch.
That's
So I get a call, and right off the bat, I can already tell my instructor was pissed off because he was
Maserati,
like,
I'll be too.
he was like, DJ. I was like, yes. What the fuck was you thinking on this fucking Maserati? I told him this. That was not my idea. That was Isaac's idea. That was Isaac's idea. He was like, no, the fuck it wasn't. All 3 of y'all. It was you, Isaac, and fucking we called him Z. All 3 of y'all worked on this damn car. Do you realize how much you fucked up? I was like, no, I don't.
You got nothing to do with me, cuz I graduated.
So he said, you better thank the Lord up above. He signed a piece of paper stating that he was not responsible for any mess ups that is done to the car because you guys were students. But you do realize you have messed up a $900 fucking job, right?
Yeah. Yeesh.
That's what I looked at.
Well, the thing is, it's like they sign that waiver so it doesn't put on the school. If you don't sign that, it's actually like if you don't sign that waiver for the school, they're not gonna take that Maserati in anyway. Because it's like, because these are students, they're learning. Yes, it is a learning experience, and you don't want to mess that up completely. But it's insurance wise too. So if you don't, and that's the thing with insurance, like if you don't sign that shit, you are completely you're not getting anywhere with them. So it's like you might as well take that shit to the shop.
And that dude wanted to sue the school, but he couldn't because he forgot he signed that fucking waiver.
And that paper.
He forgot he signed that waiver. But oh my god, I was laughing so fucking hard.
You are forced to sign that waiver too, honestly. Like any waiver, you're forced to sign it regardless.
Now, there was one car that came in there, and nobody wanted to touch it. Nobody. And it was the first time any of us actually saw something like this in person. Now, this person came in for new brakes. It was new brakes. He wanted to see if he can get basically an all around sight of the car to see if it's running good and stuff like that. The reason why none of us wanted to touch this ride is because, number one, it was Japanese imported. You can only get it from Japan. And on top of that, it was a 1990 Nissan Skyline Premium Edition signed by the creator of the whole entire body kit of the car.
So basically, probably, you said 1999?
It was 1990.
Probably worth $1 million.
1990. So probably the It had to be probably Liberty Walk because back then, like Liberty Walk was going off the rails with Liberty Walk, or it could have been
Hold on.
Veilside.
Actually-
Veilside's a good thing too. But you know, that kid's kind of like GTA kids kind of deal. But yeah. So it had to be one of those kids probably that been signed because, yeah. So, 1990. That probably had to be either Liberty Walk or Veilside, one of the two. Oh no! Sorry, excuse me. That would have been Top Secret.
So basically,
Top Secret.
So when we were looking at the car, the person that signed it, and I know I'm about to say a name from an anime, so it might not seem true to some people, but this was the name on the car. The name on the car was Yamashita, signed and dated by Yamashita himself. For those who don't know, Yamashita was the chief of designer for the Nissan Skyline R34. And that was the name on the side of the car. That's why nobody wanted to touch it. That's why we had our instructor do all of that. And the guy
He knows what he's doing, yeah.
Yeah, and the guy that like he was allowed to walk in the shop and everything. My instructor gave him permission to. But he was like encouraging us to say, "Well, you guys want to be mechanics? Go ahead, look at it and everything." It's just that he wanted to be there just to make sure we don't F everything up. But we were so scared to touch it. We only looked underneath the car and everything. Nobody put their hands on the car at all. Nobody.
Hey, kept your hands tucked in that motherfucker.
We all kept our hands in our pockets because everything in that car was custom. That car was custom all the way down to the soul.
Jeez.
Because and if anybody here is watching this and is a really big anime fan, yes, it had Yamashita's signature on there, but also it was made to be an exact replica of the Nissan Skyline from Initial D.
Oh wow. Okay.
Yes. So before he exit the shop, we asked him just curiously, how much was the car? Without skipping a heartbeat, he said, "Oh, this is approximately a $300,000 to $400,000 car."
Oh, most definitely. You know how much tuning and body work you have to do? Especially
that's
that's
definitely
easily I
getting-
can.
And we
That's
We're-
expensive shit.
Yeah, we
That's
literally
the car's rare.
told him. We literally told him because we would have to drive it in and drive it out. We told him, we're not getting in that car. We're not starting this MFer. We're not shifting no fucking gears. We are simply here to look at it, acknowledge it, and tell you to hop in your own car and drive it the fuck up out of here. Because keep in mind, like, you got a bunch of students, and I don't know if he like saw it as us being disrespectful or whatever, but we told him, hey, we need you to drive your own car up out of here because we don't want to scratch nothing.
You put a scratch on that thing, you need to apply for bankruptcy.
Oh, dude, if you put a scratch on that fucking thing, you're basically in debt until you die.
Yeah, so it's like, it wasn't really disrespectful. Like, he can't really take it as disrespectful because it's like more of, this is your own car, so if you mess it up, you mess it up.
It's not disrespectful. It's showing pure respect.
yeah, like pure precaution. Like, hey, we respect your car enough. We just don't want to mess it up. We want you to drive it out of here because you know the car. Of course, we drive it like we can drive it like a regular car too, but it's more of like that is expensive. The tuning, the paint job, the the power that goes into it, the body kit, especially
Hold on.
wheels, all of it to the ground, all the way to the chassis. The
Although
like,
the component
it's
contains
crazy.
metal, steel, I dislike the iron from all tools you always take care of daily just turn into rust. Yeah, this is just my short story. I got bad days like today. Oh, I'm sorry if you're having a bad day. I hope we can make it better.
hey, grab a wire brush, some WD-40, whoop,
Grab wire
Oh,
brush
yeah.
and WD-40.
and
Okay.
then wipe it
It's
down.
okay. Remember this, Red? When someone bricked some dude's one of the teacher's cars. We were talking about this the other week.
Yeah.
Really?
Some dude had brought his car in. He made a mistake of driving his best car to school that day. And
Oh, are you talking about the?
he had, what was it, $3,000 into the
Oh,
rims of
dude,
his
no! You're talking
car,
about
and by the
that
end of
one
the
principal that
day-
got his shit bricked.
end of the day. It was on
Oh.
bricks.
Okay,
Oh,
so
wow.
does everybody here know when that devious? I'm trying to find some chemicals that break the rust off of my. Oh, you're trying to break the rust off your muzzle brakes? Well, actually, Drift knows stuff about that. Do you know how to knock some dust? I mean, knock some rust off of some muzzle brakes?
Well, I mean, if it's that, you have to literally put a wire brush to it, like, because like,
Yeah.
well, make sure it's aluminum. Well, make sure it's not aluminum. Make sure it's actually like a wire brush.
Yeah. So
So
wire
literally
brush.
knocking rust off anything metal wise off of metal brakes or like any bricks, you just have to use a wire brush. Now you can use WD-40 to like corrective it, but try using brake clean too. Like clean it up all, wire brush it, some brake clean, and there you go. And then you don't want to put actually oil on it, but that's what I know. That's what I've been taught a lot in the college I went to. So that's mainly all it is. It's gonna oxidize regardless. That's just how the world is with rust.
Yeah.
But that's literally what all you do.
Gotcha.
So from there.
Yeah.
I hope we helped you out though.
much.
I really do hope we helped you out. Well,
I'm not sure my rifles is after
Yeah.
using a wire brush. Well, I mean, you don't want to put scratches on it, of course.
Yeah, you don't want that. But
Well, you don't want to put scratches on it, but like that's kind of like the best way to do stuff. But like if you want to do that, then just use a regular brush, and then use like a regular brush, but make sure you get to the nitty gritty. Like put some elbow grease on there. I know there's like certain type of cleaning kits for rifles a little bit. I thought you were talking about when you said muscle brakes, dude. I thought you were talking about like cars because there's. I mean, there's different like floater brakes and all that stuff. I thought you were talking about cars, but if you're talking about rifles, I'm not really too much
Yeah,
of the
I'm
knots on
not
that. All I
really
know is
too
like that's
sure.
kind of properly you clean it.
Yeah, I'm not too sure. I ain't paying for $500. I feel
I'm looking at the chat too, so that's why I know.
yeah. But like back to what I was saying. So when the devious lick trend was going around in Jackson, actually no, was it in Jackson or
Jacksonville?
Glen Oak? I forget. I forget. But there was a principal that showed up to a school in either a Dodge Demon or a Dodge Hellcat with $600 rims on each tire. And by the end of the day, that car was bricked.
That's why you gotta buy them specialty lug nuts.
You gotta buy them.
Now some people do buy that thing to, you know, still get your car on bricks, but there's other lug nuts you can buy. There can be a little different star keys that you can use that you can't like get them for.
Yeah.
So. But yeah. But more of the topic, like, yeah, so parts on that, that's what I mean. But parts on that, getting back on topic, it's more of like, yeah, that's what I mean by things are not always going to be
worst
seamless.
nightmare for Toyota that doesn't build for land. What's the worst? What's the worst nightmare for Toyota? I'm curious because me and Drift are Toyota fans. We love the 8.6, love it. Even though I'm more of an AE 8.6 fan, he is more of a GR8 nighttime,
GR-GT.
but with muddy terrain. Also, there is a lot of roads, a lot of road holes. Yeah.
And all that, yeah.
Yeah, that's Ohio. Ohio, we have a lot of holes. We have a lot.
Actually, there's a guy, I forgot his name, but I follow him. He has a RS5 or RS7 Audi, and he video recorded the roads in New York. Like, they're super bad. Upstate New York, I think is where he lives, and the city hall like contacted them and everything, showed the videos and to show the videos to them to actually put thousands of dollars into the roads to actually make sure they've been fixed, like repaved. Which I'm like, dude, can we get that for every other city, please?
Not only that. Oh, go ahead.
Keep in mind, cities that used to, like, hundreds upon hundreds of years ago, used to be made out of only stones.
Yeah.
And those things last up until today. But they make a road out of whatever the fuck they want. And it lasts, like, what, 2 weeks? Before they gotta start filling cracks?
Honestly.
It's like, make them the way they used to be made. That way you don't have to redo it every year.
If we get our tires popped, we are fucked since it's the middle of the forest. Yeah. Yep.
Yeah. Yikes.
But here's the thing,
I'm not from there anymore, but I understand.
But here's the thing, though. Shadow, your car is fucked. If we go up, if it's that bad, your car is fucked. If we go up from New York, because remember what happened last time? We hit a major ass bump.
That was a curb. That wasn't a bump. That was a curb.
But here's the thing, though. From what Drift was talking about, there's curves everywhere in New York, even in the middle of the road.
Oh yeah, true. Yeah.
If them potholes are that big, you might as well call that motherfucker a curve. It's gonna. That pothole's looking at your tire like, have you ever been swallowed up?
Nah, not even that. Like, hey, have you ever been stopped before? Unintentionally. And leaves your wheel hanging, my boy. Like, it rips your knuckle off.
Contact.
Front bumper gone, cracked headlight, all that in one go on the left side or the right side of your shit. You're done.
Shit, it's not even a shit, you're done. It's more like, fuck, nah, I had to pay this like close to $1,000 bill or a $2,000 fucking bill to get my car back on the fucking road, and what the fuck am I gonna do with rent? Because look, I'm sorry, inflation got us all over here struggling. It should not have to come to, I need to get to work, but yet I need food. So I don't know what's more important, gas in my car or $8 worth of eggs that can last me a week.
It depends. You hungry? or you need bread.
Shit, we need,
You need
both.
bread to stay. It's
What's funny is I have genuinely had to make that choice, and I'm just like, you know what? I've got $30 in my account.
Okay, hold on. We're not Nagami. I think that's how you pronounce your name, Nagami. Where are you at? Are you in the U.S.? I'm just curious. Are you in the U.S.? But $4 Indonesia.
Wow. Yeah, that's definitely a problem over there.
Hold on, $4. Oh my god.
Damn. 80K for IDR? Shit.
Oh my Jesus.
Yeesh.
Never mind. Hey, what's good, Destroyer Knight? What's good?
Well, fuck, man, that's kind of crazy.
Like, what the hell, though?
I remember when gas went under $1 for like a month.
Oh, dude, you're talking.
best day of
No,
my
you
life.
talking about when it was like 99 cents that one day, and everybody and their mama was fighting people.
Exactly.
Basically,
Well, no,
10
the thing is that I saw
is
it
useless. Oh,
when no
damn.
one was out. I saw it change to 99 cents when no one was out. I'm like, my tank is almost empty. Mine as well.
Shit,
I filled up my
nah.
tank. It took less than $20. I'm just like, holy shit.
Nah, listen, even God don't want to catch me out here with gas prices at 99 cents. I'm filling
I would have
my
bought 2
car
jerry
up.
cans and filled them up.
I would have filled my car up. I'm going to the store down the street. I'm buying 5 gas cans and I'm filling them fuckers up.
Ah, what's up, Shay? What's going on?
So
You screaming already? It's 11:30 in the morning. Quiet down.
but shit, we over here like struggling for some shit.
Look at Michigan. Their gas is like $5 a gallon.
$78, and that's $78.
Damn,
Oh.
that's kind of crazy.
Yeah. Damn. And that's over in
But,
Indonesia? Homie.
Damn.
God, $78 for gas?
Is that the guy from last time? Yeah, we're just having like a little talk. We're off our subject like what we want to, but we're like, we don't want to be on that mindset all like.
We
for the
ain't
rest
trying
of
to be on that
things.
mindset all day long, but damn.
But we'll revert back to it. But yeah,
Hold on. Okay, hold on. So apparently $10. Oh, whoa. Hold on. So it's 10K. 60 cents per liter. Oh.
I do want to say like I do want to say that for like actually speaking on that, reverting back to the original topic, I definitely want to say yeah. So it's like getting to indulge with interest with a person is definitely important. Because it's the way to hopefully be able to have that person that you can spend their special hobby with, especially if it's your most favorite too. Just teach them. Just have fun. Just be able to go out and actually be able to have that with that person. So that's what I wanted to say to clear that off in some way.
I mean, actually, hold on. I gotta take.
I know we revert like to so many topics. But like, it's kind of good to revert off the topic and then come back into it sometimes.
Yeah,
it's like,
I gotta take 5 real quick. I'll be right back.
From there. Yeah, sounds cool. But shut up. So how's your day going, man? How's everything?
I mean,
going?
it's going pretty good. I took my girlfriend to work. Just chilling at home. I already finished my monster a while ago, and I'm on my second can of root beer. So.
Oh, nice. Keeping it alive.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I got a couple questions. So within your relationship, like as you tell us, because I mean, of course, Fred already knows. For me, I'm just still getting to know you. It's mostly with your relationship. You said your girl picked you first, right? You didn't go after.
Yeah. At that time, I had just been like living in my own little world. I wasn't actually actively looking for people.
Mm-hmm.
So I just happened to share a class with her because it was in high school that we started dating. So.
Wow. Okay. Wow. So mainly from there, of course, things spark up. You guys are, you know, your anniversary was just 3 days ago, correct?
Yeah.
Okay, gotcha. And do you guys feel like you're stronger than you ever have? Like, you, of course, arguments gonna happen, but like, have you guys had any arguments actually, like, in the past 3 years?
We have had several arguments, but we learn from what happens. What do you mean by that, Pudgehead? What do you mean by that? Explain yourself.
Explain yourself, Archdeacon.
Yes, I stream Minecraft a lot, okay? I like the game, and I play it modded, mind you. So
there's the movie coming out soon, too.
Oh, yeah, I'm gonna go see it. I really want to see it.
Jack Black, man, let me tell you.
No, actually, at the time, that was when I was on my huge Call of Duty grind for Modern Warfare 2019. I had camel grinded a lot of the guns. I had done all the snipers and all of the SMGs.
Oh, wow. Damn.
Yeah. I had gotten them to platinum.
Oh, wow.
I believe you. Yeah. You know that before I started playing modern Minecraft, I played a lot of Call of Duty.
Talking about a true grinder, bro.
Oh yeah, no, every Call of Duty game I try and camo grind, but they've been making it more and more difficult.
Mm-hmm.
Like 2019 COD, it was super easy. It was mainly the gold challenges that were the problem. Quick question, when is your girlfriend starting her business? Because Red posted some of her stuff on Facebook and I'm actually interested in buying. She actually has an Instagram under her you've probably seen her in my chat. It's Angel Wolf. So she has an Instagram where she's been posting a lot of her art. So you can definitely find that there and take a look at it.
Oh, your girlfriend makes art? Like she to hang up in the wall?
She draws a lot. She loves drawing. Let me see if I have any of her pictures on my phone to send. No, I don't. Lovely. I also ever since I broke my last phone, I don't have a lot of the pictures that I usually do.
Oh, yikes.
But yeah, if you are curious about her art, check her out on Instagram, and if need be, try and message her through there, because that's where she posts all her stuff. I also used to do art a lot, mostly digital, but I did some stuff on paper and canvas. I just gave her my art stuff because she was gonna get more use out of it than I would.
Yeah, I'd be like that. So towards like of this, you had several arguments. Were they big arguments, or were they just like big arguments where they could gone to that?
We are fucked with
gone
the
to
economy.
that perspective.
I believe it. I believe it.
We have had some big arguments and we have had some small arguments. But the main thing is that we still love each other at the end of it, and we're there to help each other through it.
I ain't gonna lie.
If the argument has happened because of an event that happened, we work around it.
Right.
Yeah. and I'm not gonna lie to you guys. I most of the time I don't like getting into their business because their business is their business. But I still like try to help them or whatever, just in case if they're having a hard time. But some of those arguments I could swear up and down that I think they're going to break up. I think. But at the same time, it's not my relationship. It's none of my business. I'm just here for like say maybe maybe Shadow said something that did not sit with her quite well and she wants someone to talk about it. I'll sit here and talk about it with her. Or maybe his girlfriend said something that didn't quite sit right with him and I'll talk about it with him. I'm just kind of like that friend. And to be honest, Shadow has been that friend for me too sometimes.
Especially with your last relationship.
Yes.
Oh Lord.
Yes. Yes.
That
yes.
was a train wreck.
That was that one. That holy shit, we ain't gonna talk about that one. Oh god. Listen,
Oh,
that
hell in a
Let's just say
half.
cops
that-
got involved more than once.
yeah. Yeah. Cops got involved. Yeah.
Alrighty then.
Yeah, no, it's bad.
So like you guys probably have been in year relationships. My longest relationship I have ever had only lasted 3 months. Now, towards
feel you,
that,
brother.
sometimes I
I
felt
feel
like
you.
that 3 months was nothing, honestly. To the relationship I felt was real. Spoke to the mother about it. Like I spoke to my my ex's mother. Actually, like we're kind of talking but not talking at the same time. It's yes, some people say it's an ex for a reason, but there are good exes that you can work out still. It's not more of like you see what they're doing, and this is not one of the ones I've like that I've been cheated on. It's just like, you know, it just got separated and somehow where we had to go our separate ways. So over here we're talking. She doesn't want anything right now because she's in Florida with a friend. And you know, I'm giving her space. We talked about it. I've talked to her about it, talked to her mother about it. Like, was I mistreated in some way? Or is it more of like how her mindset is, how she is? And the way I've seen her, she's gotten a lot more better for herself, a lot more better to what she's doing and like being who she wants to be now. And
Yeah.
like, you know, I see that growth.
Bless you if you sneezed.
That was a cough.
Still bless you.
Thanks.
So
Curse you.
I've seen with her, talk to her mother. She said, talk to her. I said, okay. Her mother kind of talked to her already a little bit. And I was like, I hope she didn't. So I was kind of frozen my words when I was trying to talk to her daughter about it. And I'm like, okay. You know, she doesn't want anything because she's like, you know, she's focused on being with a friend she's trying to meet. When she's in Florida at Disney right now, you know, doing what she wants. And I'm hoping she's having fun. And I'm giving her space. I'm not bombarding her like, hey, I just asked her not too long ago, like, hey, how are you enjoying the trip? You know, I'm just checking in as a regular friend. Give her space. Give her her space. And if she wants to continue, she will. If she wants to try, she will let me know. And if she doesn't, then we'll just continue how it is. I'm not going to lean forward into that. As much as I would love to try again, I can't just. Some people don't know what space is or when to let go. Now,
Yeah.
I have let go in some way, but
Trust me and
as the saying
Shadow
goes, if
know
you wanted
this
to, you would.
situation well. Sorry, go ahead. Sorry.
No.
You
I was
brung
done.
back.
Go ahead.
You brung back some fucking.
Actually,
You brung back some fucking Vietnam flashback.
I do want to say with my ex, what's really funny is her parents didn't know that she cheated on me. So they are super fucking friendly. Still have been. I've bumped into them a few times at a Walmart. And I'm just like, oh, hey, how are you guys doing? How's the family and all that? Because she also ran away from home to go live with someone.
Oh.
In another state, mind you, which didn't end very well.
Okay. So, all right.
Oh,
So I I don't want to be okay. So basically, I'm gonna tell the rest here because the rest is actually on my side. So
Mhm.
when he got into the relationship that he was in, now I was in a tough spot because I didn't have anybody at the time. I didn't have anybody, and quite honestly, I was just trying to get used to being alone. Out of nowhere, I'm
Always
just
good.
relaxing. I'm playing Naruto. I'm playing Naruto Storm 2. I'm having fun, doing what I normally do. Out of nowhere, he texts me saying, "Hey, I need your help." I normally on a daily basis do not get a text from that guy in that sort of way. I do not. So I drop everything and I'm like, "Dude, what's wrong? Talk to me." His ex was blowing him up. Like
Mhm.
blowing
Lord.
him up.
Through email, text. She used multiple different phone
The
numbers,
whole night.
multiple different
The
emails.
whole nine. The whole entire nine.
Yikes!
So this is what I told him. I was like, "You know what, dude? Give me everything, block everything, I'ma handle it." Ever since then, she has not contacted him at all. Because look, she was harassing him because I knew what the fuck she was doing. She was trying to get back with him. She was trying to get back with him while still in a relationship, mind
Yeah, she
you.
was in an open relationship with someone who had proposed to her, mind you. They are in an open relationship and they already had a kid.
Yeah.
I
And
can't do that.
and she
You have
was
a kid
trying.
that's
Sorry, go ahead.
no. I was like, if you have a kid, I was gonna say a short sentence. Like, if you have a kid and you're in an open relationship, that is no. Once you have a kid, that's it's only you two. You cannot have anybody else into that. Now you can have
No,
godfathers
they
and godmothers.
agreed
but
to it. They
Oh
agreed to
my
it.
lord!
So they're both doing other people.
So yeah, but at the same time, she was blowing him up and all this shit. And I'm sitting here, I go off on him. I go off on him. I mean, not on him, on her. I go off on her. I go off on the dude that she's with. I go off on everyone. I even took it as far as going off on her entire fucking bloodline. Because
I do
Be-
want to say this quick.
What?
What's funny is 3 separate Facebook accounts and her fiance messaged me. I had spent an entire day, paragraph upon paragraphs worth of information I had sent back to him. It's like, you realize she cheated on me. I don't want to talk to her. And he's just like, well, it's
Leave me the fuck
risking the
alone.
life of the baby. And I'm just like,
Oh, fuck.
I ended up telling him, I'm like, dude, you might want to get a paternity test done because I doubt that that's your kid.
no, but okay.
Honestly,
But here's the thing though. Like her aunt messaged me, her mom messaged me, her dad. No, actually no, her mom and her dad didn't care. Her aunt messaged me, her fiance, which she was married to, by the way. She was. Like his entire side emailed me and messaged me and stuff like that. I'm going off on everyone because at the same time, like I told them, this is the happiest I have ever seen this dude with. And if I have to literally tell him to back off and have me go through the hellfire, I will go through the hellfire because I'm not going to let you sit here and ruin the best thing that ever happened to this man in years. I'm not going to sit here and let that slide. Fuck no. I'm finna slide for him.
I got a question. Was she Hispanic in some way? Because I know Hispanic families will like hit
No.
you up like
No.
a mug.
No, she's fully white. She was fully white.
Okay.
In a bit of a shady area in Canton.
And on top of no. On top of that,
I know it's hard.
she went to my house, bro. She went to my house to get with me.
That's a sad world.
Now I know that
At that point, she
I
was
know
desperate.
I know that's silence from anywhere. Y'all surprised as a motherfucker. Now let me keep it rolling. So as this was going on and stuff like that. So the dude, now this is where he effed up. Even Shadow don't know this part. The dude was just about to text. Like he told me, well, fine. If Shadow don't want to contact me, I'll just have her contact his girlfriend so we can talk to him. I said, listen, now you crossed the line you don't want. And before it even got to that, I called CPS because news alert, she was homeless with the child. I called CPS.
And they were where? Wisconsin? And
It
was the dead of winter?
Yeah, it was the dead of winter.
Lord.
I called CPS. CPS got in back contact with me. They took the kid. She has to go through rehab and get a lawyer to get her kid back. To this day, she still ain't got that kid back. So then I took it upon myself, contacted them once more and said, now, fuck with me some more. Because you got your kid taken away, I can do a lot more. Now you're gonna leave him alone or deal with me, because he ain't about to deal with you no more, because you ain't about to ruin what he has worked so hard for. You ain't going to do that. If you want to put somebody through hell, you put me through hell. You're putting me through hell, not him.
Funny thing, through the final 2 years of high school, she had continuously tried getting in contact with me. She emailed me multiple times through my school email, which I just ignored because I didn't really look at it anymore anyways. She used her sister's phone to try and talk to me. She had used old friends to try and talk to me, which I'm no longer friends with those people anymore because they took her side. And even though she cheated on me with the biggest douchebag of the school, keep in mind the dude she cheated on me with was someone who was gay freshman year and wore his mother's clothes to school.
So that's why it's in a relationship.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
I mean, hey, like, hey, you love what you love. I ain't gonna downsize that.
If he ends up seeing this, you know who you are. You know how much of a piece of shit you were. And guess what? Now I know that your life is shit, because now I know you're a father at 19. You're fat and depressed.
Okay, but
that's a hell of a message.
But we don't.
Oh, I know he is.
Hold on. We don't need to shoot shots now. We don't need to shoot shots.
I'm just saying exactly how he is now. This is exactly how two other people have described him to me.
But
he is
depressed. But here's the thing, though.
Because he fucked up his life.
I mean, yeah, but
listen. He went and got someone pregnant. Senior year of high school.
Well, yeah, but hold on. Let's back it up and just say this: karma's a bitch.
Exactly.
Karma's a
what goes around comes around, and sometimes it snowballs.
And you want to know? You want to know something?
Ain't that the fucking truth?
I still am in contact with his baby mom, and somebody else took custody of the kid. I'm just gonna let that sit here. I'm gonna just let that sit here, and I'm gonna just grab my coffee.
I mean, you call CPS, of course. That's just gonna say someone takes custody.
That kid went to foster care and was scooped up.
No. I'm talking about the dude. So basically, this is what happened. So when it comes to the kid that your ex had, yes, I called CPS. Yes, he is actually in a way better, well, it's a she. She's actually in a way better home now, going to the most prestigious school, actually, because I asked to have like updates on how the baby's doing, because I honestly care. Now, the dude that she cheated on you with, that's the one I was talking about when I said someone else took custody of that kid. Because she actually is in a serious relationship with someone. And this dude, right? The first thing he did when he moved in with her was drop $2,000 on the child for clothes, shoes, and food.
No. Yeah, that's most important.
And he is actually raising that kid like it is his own.
It's how you be when like you got to be a stepfather. So
No, it's just the fact that somebody else has to do that.
yeah, it's a sad world nowadays, and not going for the women, but for the guys too. It's like and also how you can leave when I don't know how mothers or fathers
I'm
can
sorry,
leave their kid.
but
I
me,
understand you're afraid, but that's fucking ridiculous.
yeah, but me personally, I'm sorry. If I have if I have a child with the girl that I claim that is my girlfriend or a one night stand, I'm sorry. We might as well get married because I'm stuck with you for 18 years. I ain't going
Yeah,
anywhere.
That's that's the most important. And like you get afraid, everything else I understand. Trust me. I understand your feelings. You're afraid. And some people are gonna be like, well, you don't know unless you have one, and that can ruin your life or not. Yeah, that life can be a bitch if you let her. Yes, you're going to be tired. Yes, you got to work through that pain to actually become better version of yourself. It may break you down like hella because you messed up your life. You knew that you were not in a state where you can take care of yourself and this child at that age of when you had it or when you got a child. And if you let that happen, you're a disgrace to yourself. And then when you want to come back in that child's life, the child some children be like, I've been waiting for you for this long. Now we're gonna have a talk. Some are like that too. Like they don't want to fuck with you at all. Some are gonna be forgiving. They won't forget, but they will forgive you and give you the chance to operate in that as well.
Now,
like, operate.
Sorry, go ahead.
No, go ahead.
So and on top of that, I even experienced this too because I did talk to some dads. There are some times where the woman would be in a relationship and something like that, sabotage the man, make them like poke holes in the condoms or whatever and stuff like that.
Always carry yours.
Make sure, always carry yours and stuff like that. But like at the end of the day, they would either would want the mistake to happen, or two, make the mistake happen and not let the guy see the kid unless they abide to each and everything that they want. Then let them see the kid. And if they don't get it, then this kid is being fed all this bullshit.
Mm-hmm.
And it's coming to where the kid's like, well, I don't know who to believe. A person that raised me all my life, or some guy that's coming into my life that he's saying that he's been trying and trying and trying, but getting denied and denied and denied. So they don't know who to believe.
Right. I mean, well, go ahead.
So, one problem I have was something like that. My stepmother tried lying to me, saying that my mother never wanted to see me. And I find out, and my mother had the evidence of them saying, oh yeah, we don't want you to pick him up specifically. We don't want him to see you. She showed me all the emails, all the texts, and I was so mad. I didn't go back to my dad's house after that.
Wow.
But yeah, see, there's stuff that stuff like that happens. And it's like, but here's the thing though, like stuff like that will happen, and not a lot of people are strong-minded like you. Not a lot of people are that. So they'll start to believe what the other person says, and it actually will ruin their life. Because, like, don't get me wrong, there are some dads in this world that want to become a dad, that wants to become a dad, that wants to be that dad and stuff like that. Then it comes down to like them telling the kid all these bullshit ass lies, because in reality it's not hurting the kid. Well, in reality it is hurting the kid because the kid don't know the truth. But at the same time, they're stopping the person from actually doing what they want instead of what that child needs.
Right. And towards that, like I was saying before, like for Shadow's case, like if the mother was trying to get in contact, I get it that hey, if you left this child behind, why would you need to talk to this child now? At least let the child talk to their biological family. Actually, at least talk to them. Yes, it's going to be a shitty hole how they're going to speak to that biological mother if they left them behind. I'm not saying your case, Shadow, but I'm saying like in a person that has never met their father or mother before, or a family in general, they're gonna talk to them like, "Hey, I don't like you, but I'm willing to give you the chance to not start over and ready to be a mother. We're past that. I have a mother now that has raised me. I need you to be my emotional support system to help me through some things. If that, I'll give you the chance for that." But I understand it's very, very traumatizing, very degrading when a parent does that, leaves their child behind.
So
being
my
strong-minded like that is crazy.
My mom never meant to leave anyone behind. She had to leave because of the amount of physical abuse and that her bank account was getting drained and used on beer.
Yeah, like you become an asset. You're gonna be an addict. That like you can't do anything towards that. And if they got their life together, at least give them the chance. You see what they're doing and everything else, and then be like, I don't need your money. I'm like, give them the chance. Now, you see how they fucking up, or you see how they going around, then cut them off. I'm like, oh, you still want to do this? I thought you left that behind. It takes you one slip up, and that there's no second chances because that was your second chance. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I understand
Luckily,
there's things that happen, but there's a second chance already.
Mine's a very rare case because my parents got divorced when I was 5. So I was still in kindergarten when this happened. So there was a lot of time for them to try and convince. I had counselors going through all of first, second, third, and fourth grade for it. And
right.
the thing is that the way that my dad and stepmom were treating it is if it was a game of who can convince this kid who's better. And they kept feeding lies on my dad and stepmom would feed lies while my stepdad and mother were just like, here, let's do this. Let's try and fix this. Let's try and do that.
Yeah.
We'd do all this extra shit with my dad and stepmom. They were trying to spend all this money and do all this extra shit to try and sway us. And then there's just my mom who's like, how about we just quality time? Let's play some video games together. Like, I would grow up watching my mom and stepdad beat the shit out of each other in Halo.
I was about to say
No,
DV.
I'm not gonna lie.
No, it's video games.
First half, I'm like, oh shit, hold up.
He was like, so when mom's not acting up, when mom's not doing the dishes, we hit her like Hustle and Flow. Got it.
Hey.
I'm like, whoa. I'm like, hold up. This shit about to get real for a minute, but all right, we understand now. Like, we cleared it up. We good.
I grew up watching my parents play video games. I grew up playing video games, and it's just I was able to bond with my mom and stepdad more because they were more willing to let me play these games while my dad and stepmom were just like, no, go do dishes. No, go do this. No, go do that. Like
Right.
At my dad's house, I rarely got to have time to myself.
And chat.
Rarely got to play games.
Chat, listen to me. When I say this man has jokes about his stepmom, I'm not fucking lying. Them shits will be
Oh, you mean Shamu?
Oh my god.
Yeah, no, my stepmother almost weighs a total of 300 pounds.
Oh, Lord.
She broke the damn couch.
There is an indent in the couch of where she would always sit, where the cushion has been worn down so much. The springs in the recline part of that couch don't work anymore.
Oh man.
You let yourself go.
Oh no.
And the worst part is she blames it on her MS.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yes, MS is horrible. I understand that.
But
But
you
there's people who are super fit that have MS.
You can't just
Yeah,
let
you
that
can't just be
shit.
doing that.
Man.
Ooh.
And it's
Ooh. Let me. Go ahead. Go ahead. Before we get on that topic.
it's bad. It's just
she was very mentally and physically abusive,
Mhm.
which is why I stopped living over at my dad's house. And then I moved in with my mom, and then after a few years I moved out of my mom's place and moved in with some friends, and then I moved out of that place because they were trying to overcharge me after a while. So I
Then
moved
moved
out
in
and
with
moved
your-
in with other friends.
Yeah. But
I gotcha.
it is officially afternoon, so
Yeah, I was gonna say. I was like, you know what? I'll say that for next time.
yep. So it is officially afternoon. So good afternoon for everyone. I hope that this coffee talk was an interesting one and an exciting one at that. We have learned a lot. Basically, we learned a lot about what is a real relationship, what is a lot of stuff. And yeah. Is there anything anybody here want to add at all?
I mean, I appreciate everyone coming out. We're just talking. Some people had some laughs in here, some and everything else. It's not more the fact that we learn. It's more the fact that we know what is supposed to be up for a gentleman and a lady. Now, there's a difference. Some gentlemen are boys. There's boys and there's girls. There's little girls. There's little boys. There are the difference between someone be called a gentleman means upright, tight, and straightforward. Same thing as a lady, not a girl, not a woman, not a female, a lady. But mostly from there, we just know what it is supposed to be speak forth to know what is a real relationship to have. So,
Yeah.
I appreciate everyone coming out this morning.
Yeah,
One thing I did
really-
want to add that I forgot to mention earlier.
yeah.
I know one person that had severely messed up some guys out there. For all the women out there who know that they're bad men, one dude that caused that was Andrew Tate.
Yes.
Yeah.
The
I
whole
would
red
say some
pill
points
thing
he
was
does
so
have
fucked
make
up.
points, but yeah, terrible.
But yeah. The next coffee talk that we're going to do, the topic of that one would be does M-rated games is M-rated games the reason for help me out here.
Violence.
Violence, yes.
Violence?
I got
Oh,
some good points on this because I
Yeah, for
wrote
real.
20 different argumentative essays on the benefits to mental health and mental well-being of video games.
So yeah, so actually not the M-rated part, but are video games the reason for violence? That would be the next
Violence or brain rot or anything
Yeah.
like that.
That would be the
yeah.
next topic for
Definitely.
The,
That's
I'll be
I
down for
got some
that
good
one.
points on that.
Is this every Tuesday or is it gonna be like, we do some different days?
I was thinking about doing different days like Tuesday or like
Tuesday,
Tuesday,
Saturday.
Thursday, Saturday, or
Saturday would be nice.
or like Friday, like either like Tuesday, Friday, or Saturday, or just do like Tuesday and Saturday.
Yeah. We
That
can
sounds
just do
good,
a
Tuesday,
consistent
Saturday.
every Tuesday and every Saturday. We do a coffee talk till noon.
Yeah. But yep, it's been your boy Red Rose alongside of Shadow and
Yup.
Drift.
Also a drift.
I was going to say that.
Well, man, don't worry. Also Shadow here.
Yes. Yes.
But
This was definitely a good talk. There was a
Yeah.
lot said, a lot learned, and a lot gathered.
A lot of switching, but it's pretty good to have laughs
yeah.
and continue
Yeah.
with the laugh too. So yeah.
all right. I'm signing off. I hope everyone has a very rosy day.